Good evening, everybody, and welcome into Ocean City High School on Cape Atlantic Live. Welcome to the broadcast booth as well. Nick Costco alongside George McNally for this final game of the 2023 Battle at the Beach, live from Ocean City, New Jersey, as the Timber Creek Chargers take on the Highland Tartans. And this is a decent matchup we have on paper, George, as we look at their records from last year. 6-4 for Timber Creek, 6-5 for Highland. Two playoff teams in Central Jersey Group 3 based on the rankings from just last season, but it's a fresh year here in the fall. Final game of this great weekend here, third annual weekend down here in Ocean City. But I'm looking forward to this one, considering what we saw from last year and now to this year for these two teams.
Yeah, well, you said it. This has just been an unbelievable weekend. Last night, one of our daughters plays field hockey for Hofstra. On the way back, we stop in Toms River, and I'm watching Ocean City High School's field on national television. See Tom Williams' press box here. This has just been a great weekend. It started off with Mainland playing really well to get the win, and all the way up to now. But Timber Creek and Highland are both very athletic teams. What we're going to get, it's hard to say. The first game, and we've seen it in times in all the games. There's been some rough spots because it is first game, but there's no complaining to be out here in this setting on a beautiful night playing their first game of the season.
Beautiful night. You said it. It is cooled down a little bit compared to the past couple of days. The sun is setting a little bit, so we're going to have a great Sunday night here in high school football, week 0. Good quarterback matchup tonight. Connor Leary for Highland Regional, and of course Victor Oquendo for Timber Creek. Two athletic quarterbacks, two big dudes as well. They can really sling the football, so this should be a nice matchup, and we'll see maybe the defenses can come alive as well. Of course, you have Raheem Wynn on the defensive end for Timber Creek. He's a UMass commit, so we're going to have some quality college prospects playing in this one tonight, as both teams now have entered the field as we are getting set for the national anthem. But we are going to have quite the contest here to conclude this weekend.
Yeah, and you wonder, and you've seen different patterns throughout all these games that have there. Oh, here's national anthem.
Oh, we're going to take a step aside real quick for the national anthem for Timber Creek and Highland. Kick it off. Just about set for football here on Cape Atlantic Live. Again, Nick Costco alongside George McNally. Bill Shallcross is, of course, producing tonight's broadcast.
Well, it'll be interesting the weekend, and you don't really get to see this much high school football in the first few days that we've gotten to see. Containing the edge has been a big deal for most of the defenses. From the first play where Mainland was able to get outside, nice cutback and goes 85 yards, to Collingswood this morning, just one play after another getting outside. So it'll be interesting to see, are the defenses able to keep up with the offense? For many years, it was always, defense was ahead of offense. Now it's a little different with all the RPOs and everything they do. So interesting to see how things turn out tonight.
I was just about to bring that up, the fact that the defense usually is ahead of the offense when it comes to preseason ball, of course, throughout the summer. Then even the first couple of weeks of the season, generally it takes the offense a little bit more to get things clicking. So, but speaking of offense, we're going to see Timber Creek's offense first, as you see them take the field now in their all-white uniforms with the blue trim. And, of course, Highland Regional in the powder blue home jerseys, white pants, and the white helmets.
Yeah, you don't see the light blue uniforms much anymore.
It's a sharp look. Eddie Johnson-Bonanno to kick it away for Highland. Big guard and defensive tackle must have quite the boot on him as well.
Yeah, wind looks like it's blowing from side to side, from the visitor side towards the home side, so not as a big a factor there.
This kick will be returned by Eric Worley for Timber Creek. He is tripped up across the 25-yard line, and that's where Timber Creek will begin things on offense.
Yeah, nice job going to get that ball out of the air with his hands and allowed him to get a good momentum upfield, but a nice little ankle tackle, or he might have had a decent gain there on a kickoff.
Now taking the field now at quarterback instead for Timber Creek. We mentioned Victor Oquendo to start things off. This will be Riley Hoffaker, the sophomore, 6'2", 190 pounds. Through 57 passes last season, he'll come under center to begin things here on 1st and 10. And Hoffaker gives it the handoff, goes across the 35-yard line. Highland is their host of Tartan defenders. Bring down the ball carrier Chase Conway, the senior.
To the line quickly here with the offset eye. A lot of beef in that backfield.
Second and short, and we're going to get early movement. Timber Creek points towards Highland, and that's going to be a penalty. But now Highland's clapping, so of course everyone is blaming everybody else.
No signal yet. Offsides, we just saw.
Will be offsides on Highland, so that'll be an automatic first down for Timber Creek. It'll move the sticks up 5 yards.
Nice little student section here from Timber Creek. They made the ride up. Highland's got a good crowd over there too.
On 1st and 10, from just across the 40-yard line, it's Hoffaker giving away to Conway once again across the 45, crossing midfield, staying on his feet into Highland territory down near the 40-yard line. You see the entire Timber Creek sideline running over to him. So the hype is real right now for the Chargers moving the sticks.
And you know, nothing complicated. The same play over the same hole. They just lined up, hit him, and the guy hit the hole and was able to get 2 good gains there.
On 1st and 10, Conway gets the call once again. He's upended right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard on the play there. Wasn't much. Tackle made there by Nahima Butler-Mayhew.
Yeah, that's their safety. They brought more into the box that time to stop the run, and he made a nice tackle getting to the ground.
And you see the speedster number 6 back there for Highland wearing the orange sleeves. Nice little contrast with his uniform. On 2nd down, awkward exchange there. The handoff does go to Conway. He gets forward for maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down. Not sure what happened on that play, George. Looks like the snap really didn't get to Hoffaker's hands, or maybe he just wasn't ready.
And half the offense and defense didn't move, so that wasn't one of your finer things. But again, as we said, it's opening game. You're going to have some snaps like that.
Amir Reason Dallas is also in the backfield. Big number 4 for Timber Creek. In that offset eye. And Hoffaker's going to give it to him, and he bounces off one-man spins, trying to find the edge, getting to the corner, and it's Reason Dallas trying to move the sticks. He looks like he has enough for a first down across the 30-yard line, and the Chargers continue to move down the field.
Yeah, that wasn't the side of the line where the play was supposed to go to. He just kept his feet alive, and they didn't really wrap up. A little high tackling there, and he was able to gain another 10 yards after contact.
On 1st and 10, Hoffaker gives it off to Reason Dallas, trying to lower the shoulder. Again, a host of Tartan defenders there to bring him down at the 25-yard line, 2nd down.
Yeah, nothing real complicated, no RPO. They're just turning around, handing it to the deep back, and just going straight ahead.
And Hoffaker was one of the quarterbacks last year as well as a freshman through 57 passes. Did not throw a touchdown last year. This is a run-oriented offense right now as Chase Conway gets the call again. And again, gang tackling always there for Highland. Yeah. As Conway only gets a couple 3rd down.
Again, when your safety's coming up and making tackles at the line, that tells you you're bringing a lot of people towards the line. A little play-action pass. You wonder if that doesn't open things up here. 3rd and 3, maybe 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 for Timber Creek. Amir Reason Dallas in the backfield. Hoffaker going to give it to him. right up the middle. He's met by the defensive line trying to push it forward. Look at the drive from Amir Reason Dallas. That's going to be enough for another first down, and Timber Creek is into the red zone.
Yeah, that's a good 7 yards after contact. Again, they always say the lower person wins, and there the tackle was up high, and he was able to drive him back and pick up a good first down.
Just shy of the 15-yard line.
On 1st and 10. Again, same power eye formation here. Handoff up the gut, bouncing off one man down to the 5-yard line. We actually don't have an identification for this Timber Creek running back number 1 based on the rosters we were given. We'll try to rectify that for you.
Yeah, he
first and goal.
He probably had there's all kinds of stuff going on there. They tried to go quick and timeout.
Yep, Highland's going to call a timeout there. First and goal coming up for Timber Creek. 0-0, 8:23 to play here in the first quarter. Take a quick break on Cable Atlantic Live.
I'm going to go grab a soda real quick. Oh, spicy Italian. Smoothie. Have you guys been over here on this computer? Get some dinner? What don't you guys have? That's mine. You're making it right now. Oh my God. What is this magical place?
Wawa.
Freshly made hoagies, smoothies, and so much more. Welcome to Wawa.
You knew about this?
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
First and goal for Timber Creek out of the timeout. Handoff goes to Quadir Baldwin. Stopped, and then he lunges forward. Is he in? No, just shy of the end zone. And for those just tuning back in, of course, Quadir Baldwin listed as number 2, so late jersey switch for the young man, the junior. On second and goal, he'll get the call again. Baldwin trying to get forward. We'll see if it's enough. And it's not going to be enough. He is stopped short once again, so the big Highland defensive front, George, is stuffing him right at the last second, and it'll be third and goal.
Yeah, again, that was an awful high tackle. It was more pulling him back than anything else. So now they're third down. Highland hasn't even flipped the formation. They haven't put anyone in motion. They're just lining it up and handing the ball to the deep back and hitting people.
Hoffaker under center again. Amir Reason Dallas is the lone back. We have 2 receivers now. See if Timber Creek can get it in this time. Waiting on the signal. Touchdown, Timber Creek. It's Riley Hoffaker on the QB sneak.
Yeah, now that time they got out of the power eye. They just went to a single back, spread out the defense with the 3 receivers. And then the new thing in football, the quarterback goes in the line and the running back comes from behind and gives him a nice little push in. And that was enough to get him in the end zone.
Chargers strike first with 7:33 remaining in the first quarter. They've held the ball the entire time so far, so we have not seen the Highland offense just yet. Matthew Kelly on for the extra point for the Chargers. Low snap, it's bobbled. He tries to get it away, puts it up, and he got it. How about that? Way to recover by the kicker, Matthew Kelly, who only kicked 3 extra points last season, so that'll be a nice one for the highlight tape for number 1 this year. But now with this 7-0 lead for Timber Creek, we have to remind you at Wawa, they have you covered with delivery, curbside, and order ahead options in the Wawa app. No matter what your day looks like, Wawa, how you want to Wawa, download the Wawa app today.
You know that
Cappuccino for Curtis? Mango smoothie for Curtis. Hey, Curtis. Strawberry banana smoothie?
That's me. No, this is so exciting.
Smoothies, frozen cappuccinos, and more. Made fresh just for you. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, babe, wait. I think I got one more coming.
6th Street Pizza and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. weekdays and 11 until 10 on weekends at 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, right at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. 6th Street Pizza and Grill not only serves varieties of delicious pizza, but hot and cold subs, salads, hot dogs, and their special Angus burgers. And they have free delivery and daily specials. Phone 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 609-525-0022. 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City.
Timber Creek 2 kick it away after a 7-0 lead to start things out in the opening drive. Riley Hoffaker, the quarterback, a little touchdown run with the QB sneak down near the goal line. Excellent drive put together by the Chargers. We'll see if the Tartans can respond here, George.
Yeah, and this is a divisional game. Timber Creek gave up their home game to play this. So this isn't just a first game of the year. This is one that's going to have an impact in what happens for the rest of their conference play.
Matt Tuttle and Mike Furlow are back deep to return for Highland. This ball is trailing towards Furlow, runs up to get it across the 20-yard line, trying to get a head full of steam, runs into a brick wall near the 35-yard line. So Highland, decent field position to start things out with 7:29 to play in the opening quarter. But now the Tartans get their first crack on offense.
Yeah, probably saved Highland about 15, 20 yards in field position by getting up and making a nice little basket catch and catching that on the run.
35-yard line, 1st and 10 for Highland Regional.
So Highland gets 1st and 10 right from the 35-yard line, just a shade behind it with the nose of the football. Connor Leary, the quarterback for Highland, the senior. Threw for over 1,500 yards last season, 15 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions.
Well, we saw a drive with no pass attempts there for Timber Creek, so now with an empty backfield, we'll see what's happening here for Highland.
Empty set for Leary, quick throw left side. That one is reeled in by Jeffrey Neris. Doesn't get much. See what he gets from the line of gain, and they're going to move him up to the 40-yard line, so nearly a gain of 5 right there. Decent pickup.
Yeah, that was just simply the defensive backs there from Highland were off 6-8 yards. He ran 4 yards, stopped, and picked up his 4 or 5 yards. So you would take that every play if they give it to you. You have a feeling that Highland will get more aggressive as this drive goes on.
They're definitely fine with the dink and dunk approach if it's going to gain them yardage. Of course, Connor Leary, the youngest of Devin and Donovan. Devin Leary currently the starting quarterback over at Kentucky after a successful career at NC State. Of course, they are Timber Creek alum. A little weird to see Connor on the flip side of things right now. 2nd and 5. Quick throw, left side, reeled in. That's Brown. And Makai Brown trying to get towards the sticks, run out of bounds. Highland signaling first down, but it looks like he might be just short, and it'll be about 3rd and 1.
Well, you know, there seemed to be a whole heck of a lot there in that one, so he made a lot out of a little. Nice block on the outside, but he got ahead of steam and was able to pick up 4 yards.
3rd down and 1.
Now you wonder if they're going to put a running back in the backfield here with 3rd and short.
Nehemiah Butler Mayhew is their go-to back. We were talking about him on defense at the safety position. He had over 800 yards last year and 8 touchdowns on the ground. He'll get the call this time, lowering the shoulder, very close to the marker. And based on the far judge, George, I believe we are going to get a first down for Highland.
Yeah, he's going to get it. He did turn his back and get pushed back there, but forward momentum gave him the first down.
Another look at that run from Butler Mayhew, again lowering the shoulder. Sean Deaver, the one there to make the tackle. Was nearly able to stand him up.
Now you see, I wonder if Highland's going to get a little bit more aggressive on the outside. And that's when you open up some kind of double move or maybe a pattern where they have a short route and a longer route. We'll see what's happening here. Highland is a little bit closer to the receivers now here.
On 1st and 10, we are going to get whistles and get a timeout. So that is a timeout for Timber Creek with 5:29 to play in the first quarter. Both teams have burned one. 7 of the Timber Creek over Highland right now. Step aside real quick on Cape Atlantic Live.
Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, is a popular summer destination. Gillian's will be open until 9:30 this weekend and through Labor Day weekend, and they'll give you a chance to enjoy their amusement rides every weekend in September. The summer continues through September at Gillian's Wonderland Pier, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Visit them online at gillians.com.
Frozen cappuccino for Curtis. Mango smoothie for Curtis. Hey, Curtis. Strawberry banana smoothie.
That's me. No, this is so exciting.
Smoothies, frozen cappuccinos, and more. Made fresh just for you. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, babe, wait. I think I got one more coming.
7-0 Timber Creek over Highland, and we're coming out of the timeout here. Nick Costco alongside George McNally on Cape Atlantic Live. Of course, we are in association with PrimeEvents.net and Crossover Productions for this Battle at the Beach weekend here from Ocean City High School. Connor Leary and the Highland offense on 1st and 10. This is Butler Mayhew with the carry off the toss, and he bounces off a couple men, and he gets close to the first down marker, able to roll over a defender. And they're going to mark him, looks like just shy, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, that was a formation play right there. They had more receivers to the right side, cleared out the left, ran the receiver down, just a quick pitch, and he's able to pick up 9 yards on a real simple play.
2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 coming up for the Tartans.
45-yard line.
Head coach Brian Leary is in his 9th season at Highland Regional, 47-34 in his career. Led this program to the Central Jersey Group 3 semifinals last year, a 29-28 loss to Seneca. Here's Leary giving it off to Butler Mayhew again, trying to get forward, tackled by a host of Chargers, but that should be enough for a first down. And now Highland is going to keep the ball moving.
Yeah, didn't need much there. That's good because they didn't get a whole lot too. So they are moving the ball down the field. So we haven't had any stop defensively from either team yet. But again, more of an air attack here so far for Highland, although they have attacked on the ground the last couple plays.
We do have some big boys up front for Timber Creek. Sean Deaver, Kai Cunningham, just to name a few. Of course, Brahim Wynn, UMass commit for Timber Creek. Leary on first down will roll to his right, looking downfield, fires, nearly picked off. That was a mere reason Dallas trying to lay out for it, could not quite reel it in. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, he undercut the route, and he tried to make an athletic play on that ball and had both hands on it, couldn't pull it in. But a little bit more height on that ball, and Highland would have had a pretty big gain. So a risky play there by the defensive back, but he almost paid off on it.
Matt Tuttle, the intended target for Leary. Tuttle, a senior. Had 12 catches last season for 195 yards. Also did a little work on the ground. 12 carries for 104 yards in 2022. Of course, Nehemiah Butler Mayhew, the leading rusher last season for the Tartans, and he is going to split out wide to the top of your screen next to the trips formation. Empty set for Leary. Drops straight back to throw on 2nd and 10, going downfield once. Tuttle is tipped up in the air and incomplete. Broken up by Marcus Upton, able to get that right hand up.
Yeah, again, that was a formation issue again, and they were trying to attack the middle of the field by bringing everyone over to the right side of the field. And a nice athletic play there by the safety. I'm not sure the receiver could have come down with it, but he didn't take any chances.
Definitely a good-looking throw from Leary, senior quarterback who we just mentioned before. 1,562 yards last season. Go along with 15 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. Doesn't really run the ball much. Only 58 yards on the ground last year on 17 rushing attempts. They'll break the huddle here on 3rd and 10 with Highland trailing 7-0. 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Early movement up front, and that's going to look like it's going to be a false start on Highland.
Yeah, he didn't really even come set after the motion, but definitely moved before the snap. So easy call by the officials.
Jeffrey Neris, the guilty party. That'll back him up 5 yards. And now 3rd and 15 for Highland.
3rd down and 15, back at the 49.
A pretty quick first quarter here. You have one drive for a touchdown, another drive got over midfield here. Now let's see if that penalty causes them to have some issues with continuing the drive.
This is Leary on 3rd and 15, back to throw, going deep down to the right side, and he overshot his target basically to nowhere. He saw Marcus Upton lay out for it, could not reel in the interception. Elijah Thompson, the intended target, but on 4th and 15, Highland going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication between the receiver and the quarterback. He cut in, the pass went out, and like you said, the only one that really shot at that was the safety for Timber Creek.
We have Quadir Baldwin back deep to return for Timber Creek. He's standing inside his own 25-yard line trying to receive this Highland punt. And now we're going to get another whistle and a timeout for Timber Creek. That's their 2nd of the half already. We're not even through the first quarter. Substitution issues.
Yeah, they had too many people on the field, and the coach wasn't sure he was going to get off in time and didn't want to give up the penalty. So makes sense.
It's a quick timeout. We are going to take a break right here on Cape Atlantic Live. 7-0 Timber Creek over top of Highland.
If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality.
3:55 to go in the first quarter. Highland trailing Timber Creek 7-0. The Tartans will punt it away after this drive stalled just across midfield. Quadir Baldwin back to return for the Chargers. And this punt gets away. It's a booming one. Baldwin has to go back for it, make the over-the-shoulder catch. Returning from the 10-yard line, brought down by a couple of Highland defenders along the 15-yard line. And that's where Timber Creek will set up shop as Jaden Smith, the first one to get there for Highland.
Yeah, there was no blocking back there. He was all by himself because they went after that punt to try and block it. Did a nice job to get what he could, and now the second drive, we got a penalty, it looks like, down late. Maybe a face mask?
The referees are conferencing back where Baldwin was tackled.
Yep, his personal foul face mask.
Personal foul indicated.
Now that is going to move the ball up for Timber Creek, and if you're Highland, George, that's you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot right there, because we saw the Chargers on their opening drive play a lot of ball control, get the touchdown, and really wear down the Highland defense.
Yeah, not only mentioned, there were 5 defenders there to bring them down. There was no real reason. Now, again, I know it's tough. Sometimes you just grab it and you get it. But that's more disappointing from the Highland side because there was nothing there to be gained for Timber Creek, and now they get something out of nothing.
Well, we have 1st and 10 for Timber Creek from the 30-yard line. Hoffer coming out in the shotgun this time. Takes it. Handoff. That's Amir Reason. Dallas got hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll be brought down for a loss. Tried to bounce off to the left side. Had no opportunity to run, 2nd and long.
Yeah, that's a different formation there. And like you said, Highland had good push, and there was nothing there for the running back to do.
Tevin Atkins, the linebacker, coming up to make that stop for Highland. See the big senior middle linebacker. 14 tackles last season, more prominent role this year. Had 2 tackles for loss in 2022. Give him his first one this season, 2nd down and 11. In motion goes Conway. Hoffaker gives it off. Amir Reason Dallas bouncing off one man, hit hard across the 35-yard line. So we got some of that yardage back, but it'll still be 3rd and manageable. We have a flag down now in the backfield.
What could that be? I didn't see that.
We're going to get a hold on Timber Creek. And I'm not going to call it a back-breaking penalty yet, George, but that one stings. He had a 3rd and manageable, so that's going to back him up to 2nd and long.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm a little surprised with the change in formation. Like you said, they marched down the field in the first possession. Now shotgun and split back, not having that same attack as they did early.
Just to remind you, of course, the new football rule this year, the 10-yard penalty for offensive holding behind the line of scrimmage is now measured from the line of scrimmage, not the point of the foul. So 2nd and, well, we're going to call that forever. In motion goes Conway. Hoffaker will swing it out to him on the throw low. It is incomplete. Luckily, that one was not behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I couldn't tell from our angle, and I saw the Highland defender trying to go after it, but then the whistles blew, so it must have been forward.
I'm also going to make a safe assumption, George. You know, this is an older press box, a little small. We can hear the coaches above us. I can tell the Timber Creek staff is probably not pleased with this drive right now.
I would think not, after being happy as heck after the first drive.
3rd and 20 from the 20-yard line. Riley Hoffaker in the shotgun. And he's going to hand it off to Reason Dallas. Has a crease, though, up the gut. Makes one man miss. Gets across the 35-yard line, so he got a lot of it back, but it's still going to be 4th down. Jaden Smith making the tackle. And there's a decision to be made, but Timber Creek not even going to bother with the punting unit. 4th and 6, they're going to try to go for it. Hoffaker We'll see. I don't know now.
I thought it was offsides there, but nothing.
You could see Riley Hoffaker trying to go with the hard count to look towards the sideline. They might be just trying to bleed this play clock down and then punt it away.
Maybe.
We've seen this movie too many times.
Well, he had a good run and good crease in that last play.
And Hoffaker is just waiting. And Timber Creek is a really interesting decision here too, George, because they've already used 2 timeouts.
I was just about to say they only have 1 timeout left and a half.
And
now they
are going
none.
to use it.
Oh, no?
Or they get a delay of game.
Taking the delay.
So they are going to take the delay of game.
Yeah.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, I thought they were using all 3 of them in the first quarter.
I was going to say, that's a risky proposition right there late in this first quarter. So they'll take the delay of game penalty and punt it away on 4th and 11.
4th and 11.
Well, as we said, this is the first game, so coaches got to coach. If they see something teachable, they're going to use the timeouts, use them. There's nothing wrong with that.
Victor Oquendo to punt it away. He's the other quarterback on this Timber Creek roster. Had some decent numbers last year. He'll get it. He'll punt it away. It's a low kick. It's going to roll past the 50-yard line. It's bobbled a little bit. And now a chance for Jeffrey Naris trying to get to the edge, but he's brought down immediately. No chance to get to the edge. Timber Creek special teams unit was on point right there as George Livingston's in there to make the tackle.
Yeah, it's always nervous as a punt returner when you got to take your eyes off of him and look down for that ball on the ground. Then you look up, you have no idea what's coming at you. So good pressure there by Timber Creek. Not the greatest punt, but an effective punt.
It'll get them back on the other side of the field. 1:32 to play in this first quarter. And now Highland a chance to tie things up on this drive. So good defense there by the Tartans in the end, George, and then they'll see if we can, or they're thinking to themselves, maybe we can tie things up here before the quarter ends.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what they need. And the penalties helped them, no question about it. But now they want to see if they can get that drive going like they did last time.
Connor Leary will hand it off to Butler Mayhew, and he is met immediately. The ball might have came out. Timber Creek is signaling they have it.
And they do.
And they do. It's a fumble recovery for the Chargers. Quick turnover on the play. Trying to see who recovered it, but right now it is Charger football. A costly turnover for the Tartans.
Yeah, again, they changed formations. They went to more of the fullback in the I formation, and there was no push up front from Highland. Timber Creek came in, good pop on the ball, and it came loose, and they were able to get on it.
Tough to tell who stole. It looked like it was just stolen away as they were going down to the ground right there.
As you said, the ball might have come out. I saw it, maybe it was bouncing there, but there's no way we could see what was happening.
I'm going to say Ashawn Deaver, based on his celebration on the sideline, made the recovery amid that great push by the defensive line. This is Chase Conway getting the call now. Breaks one tackle, getting across the 30-yard line, and they'll push the pile forward. A nice gain on first down, and Timber Creek is in business.
And you know what? That's back to the ain't broke, don't fix it. Back to the power eye, just lining up, pushing out front, against some high tackles, and they were able to move the pile.
Got a big power eye formation right there as Conway will get across the 25, trying to reach forward. He does, and he'll get the first down. Timber Creek moves the sticks once again.
Yeah, I think all their positive plays of this game so far have been out of the power eye. When they went to the shotgun, there wasn't a whole lot positive happening for them.
Conway comes off, and it's Quadir Baldwin is now the deep back. Early movement up front from Highland. That's going to be a penalty, so this is going to move the ball up another 5 yards.
Yeah, no, that hard count is definitely affecting Highland. It's, I think, 2 that they've had and a third that we thought they might have jumped on. So definitely the quarterback having some influence there.
First and 5 now. Clock resumes. 45 seconds to go and counting. Hoffaker under center. Baldwin the deep back. More hard count, and now Timber Creek moves.
Yeah, there you go.
They're going to give it right back.
You can get them, but you can get your own team too sometimes. Looks like Aquino's warming up here on the sideline, so I don't know whether they're going to go with a change here. But again, that power eye has been very good to him so far.
Zaire Green, the guilty party for Timber Creek, number 23 right there. He was one of the upbacks. On 1st and 10, after the penalty, Hoffaker going to hand off the ball when nearly bobbled the football, regained his footing, and he'll get a decent chunk and basically got back what they earned with the penalty. It'll be second, and we're going to call that 6.
Now, we're not sure who number 56 is for Timber Creek. He's not on anyone's rosters. But it's a big body there in the back. He didn't really hit anyone on that play because there was no one there for him. But he's clearing some space in there for these running backs.
Based on some of these last-minute number changes, I can assume, or at least I'll try to assume, that's Brahim Wynn, the UMass commit, because he's a big part of their defensive line as well. But for right now, that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Timber Creek on top, 7-0. And got to remind you, of course, before we hit the break, Wawa Hoagies are made for you with delicious ingredients on a freshly baked roll. Try a toasted cheesesteak, a mouth-watering meatball, or a classic Italian hoagie. Whatever hoagie you prefer, Wawa Hoagies are made just for you. Got to have a Wawa. 7-0 Timber Creek over Highland. First quarter in the books on Cape Atlantic Live.
It is known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn, since 1940.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
Start of the second quarter here on Cape Atlantic Live. Nick Costco alongside George McNally. It is 7-0. The Timber Creek Chargers out in front of the Highland Tartans.
And if you were watching it all in the first quarter, Timber Creek's back in that power I. Right to the right set, and they've just been pounding that right side of the offensive line. They went shotgun on the one drive and didn't have a whole lot of success. Haven't seen that in this last drive.
Riley Hoffaker on the 2nd and 6. Handoff goes to Amir Reason. Dallas did not get much. It'll be 3rd down. And this is where it gets interesting. I mean, we saw before, George, this team did not, well, they ended up punting, but they at least like to threaten that they are not going to kick. So you got to wonder what Matthew Kelly can do if they have a field goal attempt here. As Reason Dallas gets the carry, and they might need that field goal unit, but it's going to be 4th and short, so decision time now. 4th, and it looks like about 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, I got to tell you, the difference in this game right now is yards after contact. The Timber Creek running backs are consistently able to get 3, 4, sometimes even 10 or 15 yards after they're initially hit, and that's allowing these drives to stay alive.
Well, no debate here. 4th and a long 2.
Yep.
Timber Creek's going to go for it. Now we have flags. It's a sideline warning for Highland. I can see it across the field here, so no penalty yardage anywhere. Tartan's getting a little too close to the action down there.
Yeah. Early in the game for that one, too, I think.
Well, this is a big moment here in this. I mean, it's early second quarter, but big moment in this first half.
It really is.
They're going to go for it. Hoffaker under center. Conway the deep back. 4th and 2. The give. Conway up the middle. Has the first down and a lot more. He spins down. It is 1st and goal for Timber Creek.
That time he went off the guard center gap on the left as they've been pounding that right side, and there was a Timber Creek defender there, but just ran by him and had Highland, and big pickup there.
Andre and Anthony Williams on the offensive line opened up a huge hole as Conway gets the call again. This time doesn't get much after contact. Big pile of bodies, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, this isn't a complicated formula they have right now. They're lining up and just hitting them.
Man, pretty much just, it's almost like bowling. Set them up and knock them down.
Now big number 56 is off the field, so out of that power I.
You got Chase Conway and Amir Reason Dallas are in the backfield.
Just an I formation this time.
And now we're going to get more whistles with flags come down. And looks like early movement on Timber Creek, and it will be a false start. Back them up 5 yards.
This is looking like a first game. We've got turnovers, we got penalties, we got early timeouts. And these things will happen, and they'll clean them up as the season goes on. Hopefully, maybe even as the game goes on.
Early in the second quarter, Chargers with a 7-0 lead. So that's standard I formation right now. Hoffaker under center. Conway the up back. Reason Dallas the deep man. It's Reason Dallas met immediately in the hole. And it'll be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, they are really getting up on that line now, Highland defensively. You wonder if there's a little play-action pass, screen, something down here, because they're stacking that line, making it real tough. And there's not a lot of space because they are down, what are they, on the 8? Yeah, it looks like the 8-yard line, maybe not.
We actually got backed up to the 10. Eddie Johnson-Bonanno, the one with the tackle on that last play. And we're going to get a timeout on the field from Timber Creek this time, and that is their last timeout of the half. So they have none left. And with that, 7-0 lead, Timber Creek over Highland, 9:31 to play in the first half. Take a quick break on Cape Atlantic Live.
I'm gonna go grab a soda real quick. Oh, spicy Italian. Smoothie. Have you guys been over here on this computer? Get some dinner? What don't you guys have? That's mine. You're making it right now. Oh my God. What is this magical place?
Wawa. Freshly made hoagies, smoothies, and so much more. Welcome to Wawa.
You knew about this?
You can see the complete conversation with legendary coaches Paul Rodeo and Paul Sacco from Iliano's Ristorante in Hamilton by going to primeevents.net.
Now to the timeout. Riley Hoffaker in the shotgun on 3rd and goal. Trips to the left, throwing to the right side of the back corner of the end zone, and it is incomplete, out of bounds. A nice attempt, though. Caron Brookins, the intended target. A flag down, so hold the phone on everything that just happened.
Probably holding.
We get a holding on Timber Creek. Good call there, George. Back him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's their first pass attempt of the night. And again, they brought everyone to the left side and just tried to throw the fade pattern. Just a little too much on the ball. It was caught, but not in bounds.
Yeah, decent throw, and Brookins was able to reel it in, but again, on the white and not in the end zone. Brookins comes in this season. The junior wide receiver sitting at 6'3", 190. That's him split out wide to the right top of your screen. Had 14 catches last season, 2 touchdowns. A little over 200 yards. On 3rd and goal from the 20. Hoffaker dropping straight back, stepping up, rolling to his left, fires, incomplete. He was looking for Chase Conway, overshot him. I don't know if he would have gotten to the end zone either, George. There were Highland bodies starting to converge on him as well. Now it's 4th and goal from the 20.
Yeah, all the Timber Creek receivers were back there saying, I was open. No, there wasn't. There wasn't anything for him. The most effective thing he could have done is run, but you're right. He wasn't going to get very far with that.
Well, it's 4th and goal from the 20, and they're not going to send Matthew Kelly out there for the for the field goal attempt. That'd be from 37 yards out, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, right now you throw this to the end zone, even if there's not anything open, because you're turning it over on downs if you don't get it one way or the other.
4th and goal from the 20. Hoffaker in the shotgun. Dropping back, pressure, throws to the right side in the end zone, and it is. It's caught. Touchdown, Timber Creek. It is Quadir Baldwin.
What a nice adjustment. Maybe a little bit of a push-off with that offhand, but nice adjustment on the ball. Got the 1 foot down that you needed in high school. And again, he got off his feet and caught that with his hands, not letting it get to his body.
Boy, that was as close as you could get. Quadir Baldwin making a tremendous catch in the back corner of the end zone. It's a 2-score lead.
Yeah, the one thing, the official's right there on that corner, so he had the best view in the house and made the call right away.
Man, he must have just gotten that heel or maybe a part of his leg in bounds as he went down. Quadir Baldwin getting the Timber Creek student section hyped right below our broadcast booth. That is the most athletic play you will see so far tonight.
Yeah, no question. That was a nice catch. He did extend the arm, but they say if you don't displace the defender, it's not a push-off, and that didn't get called there. So went up and got the ball and got that foot down, like you said, by a fraction of an inch.
The referees are conferencing now, and again, there is no high school replay. I believe until the playoffs. That is a new rule this year. Yeah, it's only during the NJSIA, and they're going to wave it off.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
They conferenced, and now we got flags on the field. Boy, what a turn of events.
Well, we're showing the replay here. Gosh, this looks good. He goes up, little push.
It is very close. You got to see what hits first, either that butt out of bounds or that heel inbounds.
Here we go. We got it again here. He's going up.
Oh, that is so close.
Wow. I thought it was a catch. But now it's coming out. And then you got the penalty. It's probably unsportsmanlike conduct, I would imagine, because the kids probably weren't very happy. But, wow, after the play, they're lining up for the extra point, and they changed that one.
I'm going to say, George, that's one of the rare occasions you get an overturn on that play well after the fact with no replay.
Nothing. I wouldn't even think that was an option. But clearly it is.
And again, replay for the officials in terms of the review of the play is only available in NJSIA playoff games, and there's another look at it. Again, a tremendous catch, at least with the hands, by Quadir Baldwin. And again, that's as good as we're going to get from the angles we're provided right now.
And the official was...
It's a good look at it, but again, it's just very tough to tell what comes down first between that foot or the butt out of bounds, at least from our vantage point.
Wow, and the official was right there. I mean, he's literally 2 steps away. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. I'm surprised he caught it and it was in, and even more surprised that they changed the call.
We talked about momentum swings in this game, George. Before it was a turnover by Highland. You figure Timber Creek is going to step right on the gas and take a 2-score lead, and all of a sudden they don't score. And now, again, Chargers have a chance to go up by 2 scores. Highland gets away with one. That's a huge break for the Tartans.
Yeah, I got to tell you, the penalty pushed them back. You figure, okay, they're not going to be able – they haven't completed a pass all night. And then all of a sudden, now you get the 15 yards probably on top of it. I don't know if you've seen a signal yet, but it's got to be unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, there were a couple flags ruled or thrown down on the field. They are going to move the ball up to the 35-yard line after the fact, so that is a penalty on the Timber Creek side of things. So Connor Leary back out there for Highland, and now the Tartans have a chance to tie things up in this second quarter. Leary going deep, left sideline, overshot his man.
Well, there was some grabbing going on there, too. I thought the official was reaching for his flag, but he was able to run through the ball, but just not able to get to it.
Jeffrey Naris, again, the intended target, the 6'2", 190-pound senior, only had 3 catches for 36 yards last year, but Leary's been looking his way quite a bit this evening. He had a catch on the opening drive as well.
Well, you got to figure out Highland's got to feel very fortunate right now, only be down 7 with the turnover, as you said, deep in their end, and then a touchdown that was called back. They need to put a little bit of a drive here to get their defense a little bit of rest.
See what Leary and the Tartans offense can do on 2nd and 10. It's a little quick pitch, breaking a couple tackles, and then getting swarmed down after a quick gain goes Mekhi Brown.
Yeah, Mainland used that exact play very effectively, but they were able to hit that hole a lot harder than we just saw right there. So trying to change things up with that shotgun and an empty backfield. They're trying to do something on the ground, but it appears they're going to have all their effectiveness through the air.
Amir Reason Dallas, the man with the tackle for the Chargers, coming from that linebacker spot among others. This is going to be 3rd and 8 with 8.5 to go in the first half. It's been a very intriguing game.
Yeah, it has been forward.
Very physical game too.
Yeah.
Twists and turns, maybe not of the positive dramatic kind. Leary swings one out, Tuttle. A little shimmy move up to the 40-yard line. That's it, though. It'll be 4th down.
Oh, missed block there right by the receiver. Oh, that might have been sprung for the first down. A good call, but That's why those receivers got to block sometimes as much as the offensive linemen.
40-yard line, 4th and 5.
Conway in on that stop for Timber Creek. First man to get there, 4th and 5, and the punting unit comes out for Highland.
Timber Creek's been very aggressive trying to get to these punts. Now you wonder if they're going to try to do something with a return. Or heck, maybe even Highland tries to fake one here to get something going.
They're close to midfield. They're not taking a chance now. They have a little confidence in their defense, but Timber Creek's been able to move the ball with that power I formation. Baldwin's back to return. Let's see if he can make up for that wild sequence on offense. The high end-over-end kick. Baldwin is going to let it drop. He'll just take a look at it, and he'll let it roll, and it's a great punt. Highland's going to pin him down inside the 20-yard line. No opportunity for Baldwin to return it for the Chargers, but Timber Creek does get the ball back here.
Yeah, a little bit of a stutter step as he was about to get rid of that punt. I thought he was going to be in trouble.
A 32-yard punt.
Well, after all that, Timber Creek almost had a back-breaking call go against them there on the reverse of the initial touchdown call, but Highland unable to take advantage.
And the penalty then after that, setting Highland up with good field position. But they have flipped the field. They got to make Timber Creek drive the ball, and they're going back to, it looks like, a single set formation here. They haven't, single back set. They haven't had a lot of success outside of the power I, so let's see what happens.
Hoffaker in the shotgun. He's got Conway directly behind him in the pistol. Play fake. Rolling to his right. Hoffaker going deep. Wants his man. This ball may be underthrown, and it is incomplete, but we have flags down. Interference coming.
Which way, though? High school, they don't have to turn towards the ball, and the offensive player was very aggressive towards the ball. But it does look like the Highland coach is upset, so it does appear this is going against Highland.
Brookins, the intended target. Look, he actually made the catch. I thought
he did. I thought he had it too. He never turned on the ball, but you're not allowed to inhibit the progress to the ball of the receiver. Have we seen a signal yet?
And they're walking back. Again, they were inside the 20 to start this drive. That was the opening play. And we're waiting for the referee to mark off the penalty yardage.
Like I said, the receiver was very aggressive. It is.
Wow,
it's against
an
the
offensive penalty, and they're going to hit Brookins with it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He almost grabbed the defensive back and pulled him out of the way. I actually like that call there. The offensive player was absolutely the more aggressive person there in the fouling situation.
Waiting on the reset here.
Yeah, they have it now. They're counting it back. There you go.
Well, first week for everybody, officials included.
Isn't that inside the 20? Shouldn't it be half the distance?
They're going to go back to the
7, it looks like. 8?
Yeah, they're inside the 10-yard line. Drive officially started at the 18-yard line, so they're going to go down to the, they've marked this off at the 9.
Huh.
So that will be half the distance, and the handoff goes to Conway this time. Almost had a breakaway seam. Got back up close to the 15-yard line, so a decent carry for Conway, but shoestring tackle in the second level.
Yeah, again, that's the one where he went off that left gap there between the guard and center, had a little success.
We'll get another quick carry, bounces off one man and jumps forward, and Conway's a guy right now, George Mercedes, as third down comes up. He's a guy very shifty back out of that backfield, and every time he makes the first man miss, or at least if he gets hit, he's jumping forward.
And it appears he's making these reads. There's not a whole lot complicated going on in the offensive line. They're literally hitting the person in front of him, and he's making the read to what's open.
3rd and 11. Over 6 minutes to go in the half. Hoffaker again to Conway, was hit immediately and then eventually brought down. Might be a loss here, but it'll be 4th down regardless, and Timber Creek's drive does not go anywhere after the penalty.
Yeah, good penetration up there to make the running back make the cutback early in the backfield, and the pursuit was able to get him to the ground.
Mike Furlow with the tackle. And now 4th down with 5:43 and counting to go in the half. Again, after that opening drive, George, it was so efficiently run by Timber Creek with that power eye offense, and really Highland had no answer for it, but they've seemed to tighten up things as this game has progressed.
And then the next time Highland got the ball, they moved it to the 45 of Timber Creek, and
bad snap here. They have to fall on it, and a botched snap and no punt there. Highland is going to set up with 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. That is a huge change of events here.
We've seen that several times this weekend through all the different games. That center punter snap has been tough at times. The first day was the wind was a big deal, and that was a big thing in the first half of the mainland game. Here, it looked like it was catchable. It just kind of took his eye off the ball, but you're right. Now they're on the 5-yard line with a chance to tie this game.
Yeah, just outside the 5, 1st and goal. A big opportunity for Highland to even things up in the first half. Remember, the Tartans get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. Handoff, Butler Mayhew trying to get to the edge. The entire Timber Creek defense converges on him. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That was Highland's version of the power eye, but not as powerful. They didn't have a big number 56 in the backfield, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them spread them out now here again, and maybe that quick pitch or something. But I don't expect to see that power eye again here.
Second and goal.
Well, 2nd and goal as Nehemiah Butler Mayhew, their leading rusher from last season, hasn't really gotten the call too much on offense this evening.
Well, here they are, back in that power eye.
Butler Mayhew gets it again, running forward, lowering the shoulder. Can he get there? Timber Creek stands him up once again, and look like he got a little bit more from our angle, George, but he ended up getting backed up. It'll be 3rd and goal, and I believe he only maybe got a yard on that play. It's now 3rd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, you're right. I thought he was in, and then all of a sudden he ran into a wall and got shut down there. So they've tried the same play. It looks like two times in a row here. You wouldn't be surprised if this is 4-down territory for them.
Same side as well, 3rd and goal from the 4, so they gave him a little bit more forward progress. They haven't even bothered throwing it here, but now they might with Connor Leary going to the shotgun, and now another whistle. We're going to get a timeout. That's on the Highland sideline. That's their 2nd of the half. 4:03 to go. Timber Creek a 7-0 lead. Highland knocking on the door, trying to tie things up here on Cape Atlantic Live.
For over 25 years, Iliano's Ristorante has brought classic family-style dishes crafted with only the finest and freshest ingredients to fill your stomach and warm your heart. Now a new generation of ownership will continue Iliano's classic approach to Italian dining while also adding some current touches. They offer an extensive menu of homemade pastas, pizza, and daily specials, something for everyone at every age. Iliano's, 705 12th Street in Hamilton, has everything you need for lunch and dinner. And it can help you with your catering needs. Reach out through events.ilianos@gmail.com or contact them through Facebook or Instagram. Diners in Hamilton have known Iliano's for decades. For the rest of you, it's worth the trip.
Out of the timeout. 4:01 to play in the half. Leary on 3rd and goal, rolling to his left, throwing to the end zone. Incomplete, could not find a man. It's 4th and goal.
Yeah, he ran into the short side of the field, and there were a whole lot of bodies over there. He put something on it, but it wasn't able to be completed.
Decision time, and you got to think they're going to go for the touchdown here. Inside the 5, George, you might as well. If you don't get it, as long as you don't lose yardage, Timber Creek is backed up once again here.
Yeah, I would agree, and they just had a nice defensive stop in the last series, so I would think going for it on 4th down. Now, Timber Creek just kicked the ball. They got to reset the ball.
You're bunched up down here. Brown and Neris are to the left. Tuttle split out wide to the right. Leary going to the end zone. It is caught! Touchdown!
He's in.
What a grab by Elijah Thompson, sliding down, and Highland is an extra point away from tying it up.
I wasn't sure if the ball got across the line. Let's see it right here.
What a dart from Leary and the sliding grab from Elijah Thompson. His first touchdown of the season. Did not have one last year. That's got to feel good, especially on 4th and goal.
Yeah, you're right. That ball was put where only the receiver could get it. Made a really nice catch there. Let it get it to his chest, but he was able to possess it before he got pushed out of the end zone.
Aaron Brodzik for the extra point. It is blocked at the line up in the air. It's scooped up. I think they're going to blow this one dead, though. You saw Tuttle just run it in, trying to get the 2-point conversion, but they are going to blow it dead. It did not. It's not an eligible play to keep going, so 7-6. And who knows how this game's going, George, but that could be a huge point in this game.
Well, that extra point by Timber Creek that we didn't think had a chance to get over gets in. That's what's separating the two teams right now.
7-6, 3:50 to play in the first half. Take a quick break right here on Cable.
Go grab a soda real quick. Oh, spicy Italian. Ooh, smoothie. Have you guys been over here on this computer? Get some dinner? What don't you guys have? That's mine. You're making it right now. Oh my God. What is this magical place?
Wawa. Freshly made hoagies, smoothies, and so much more. Welcome to Wawa.
You knew about this?
6th Street Pizza and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. weekdays and 11 until 10 on weekends at 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, right at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. 6th Street Pizza and Grill not only serves varieties of delicious pizza, but hot and cold subs, salads, hot dogs, and their special Angus burgers. And they have free delivery and daily specials. Phone 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 609-525-0022. 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City.
Whatever hoagie you prefer, Wawa hoagies are made just for you. Gotta have a Wawa. 7-6, Timber Creek on top of Highland. The difference right now is that blocked extra point. Nick Costco alongside George McNally. Thanks for joining us here on Cape Atlantic Live as the Tartans kick it deep. And this will be a chance for Timber Creek to try to get something going on their next offensive series. This ball returned up across the 30-yard line as Eric Worley almost tried to get to the edge on the sideline, but Timber Creek still a long way to go. And since that opening drive, George, they've moved the ball a little bit, but too many penalties and a couple mistakes. And right now, this is a very tight ball game. But again, that blocked extra point right now is the biggest difference.
Yeah, I know. And right there, we almost had a difference, too. He gets by that one tackler there. I think he might have been going there. So you're right. There's a lot going on in this game. Some good, some bad. The first drive looked like Timber Creek was just going to push them all around the field. Now Highlands made some adjustments, and they're back in this, and that big turnover there, or the fumbled snap on the punt, changed this game. So now we're down to a 1-point game.
You mentioned before how Timber Creek's extra point was almost blocked. Matthew Kelly just got one over the big offensive and defensive lines. Riley Hoffaker at the shotgun trying to set up a screen. This one is reeled in by Conway. Hit immediately just across the 30-yard line. Really nowhere for him to go. Elijah Frazier with the tackle.
Really, and that's probably a touchdown-saving tackle because there was blocking out front. He was the one guy that could make the play, and he did.
Frazier was able to beat Marcus Upton to the punch there off his block.
Yeah.
It'll be 2nd and 8. Conway, he's going to check out now for Timber Creek. He is jogging off a little gingerly, so Amir Reason Dallas is back in. We could see Kaisim Khan for the first time, number 9, as he shifts now to the left side of the formation, trips to the left.
This is
what Baldwin and Upton.
This is what they ran, that quick pitch to the right last time in this formation.
Hoffaker in the shotgun. On 2nd and 8. Takes it, dropping straight back, looking, going downfield, wants Baldwin, and he overshot him. I'll tell you what, Baldwin had a step on Tuttle. If that ball is placed right in the breadbasket, he's running in for 6.
Yeah, he was open. There's no question about it. And, you know, as a quarterback, you have to try and anticipate the route. I'm not sure exactly what the route was. He throws out a little bit to the goalpost. He probably could run underneath it, but had to change directions and look over his shoulder. There's no chance he could make that catch.
What you just saw on your screen was the would-be touchdown from Baldwin, an athletic grab in the back corner of the end zone that was waved off after basically an official's huddle. That was initially a touchdown, but ruled incomplete. Hoffaker on third down, trying to set up another screen. Reason Dallas to catch across the 35, across the 40, and he shoved out of bounds near the 45-yard line. It is going to be enough for a first down, officially getting up to the 44-yard line. So a big play on third down, fresh set of downs for Timber Creek.
I like to call. They had an opening the last time they had the screen. This time they blocked it a little better, have the first down. So it doesn't have to be complicated. If something worked once, there's no reason you can't do it again.
On 1st and 10, Hoffaker on a pass-heavy drive for Timber Creek, throwing to his right, and it's incomplete. It'll be second down. He's looking for Baldwin again. I'll tell you what, Baldwin's getting some space out there, George. You can see him getting down the field, finding little pockets in the middle of the field, but the ball just cannot find him totally tonight.
Yeah, now he could have made that. It would have been a great catch. But quarterback put that on a rope, too, on the run. So no question they're trying to do this through the air.
Again, the polar opposite of what we saw in that opening drive, which led to Timber Creek's only scoring again. The difference right now is a missed extra point with 2.5 to go in this first half. 2nd and 10, Hoffaker trips to the right. Takes the shotgun snap, setting up another screen. It's Reason Dallas hit immediately, and he's going to break a tackle. He's going to go down the sideline now. Amir Reason Dallas making another man miss inside the 35-yard line, still on his feet, hanging on to the football down inside the 30-yard line. A tremendous play by Amir Reason Dallas. I don't know how he got out of that initial tackle.
Yeah, just running through contact. The defender left his feet a little bit, didn't have a good base to get him to the ground on, was trying to kind of arm tackle him through contact. And again, he made a nice play keeping his balance, and then he made a cutback. Probably could have kept going to the pylon and maybe beaten everyone to the end zone, but cut it back, and the pursuit ended up getting to the ground.
That was Tevin Atkins, the linebacker for Highland. The initial contact could not get him, but he actually managed to make the tackle. He was the first guy in on Reason Dallas once he got down into the 30-yard line, so a nice hustle play by Atkins, but this sets up great right now for Timber Creek after that big play.
I think we got a timeout here. I don't see an injured player down, but
and I believe Highland used their last timeout of the half, so we have right now 2:11 to go. Keep it here. Again, a very intriguing game right now. Only a 1-point lead.
Looks like we had an injury we're hearing from up in the box.
Didn't see anybody down. Might be on the far side of the field.
Yeah,
maybe they just got somebody off quickly.
Yep.
Try to see who it was for you. You can identify that player. But back to business right now. Timber Creek with the ball at the 29-yard line in Highland territory, trying to make this a 2-score game. Or sorry, I beg your pardon, go back up. They're ahead by 1. Trying to extend the lead. Handoff. Conway has a seam. Getting to the edge. Down the sideline. Chase Conway to the 5. Cuts. Touchdown. Timber Creek.
Yeah, that was nice. They haven't been running outside the left tackle much, and they just went right off his back, and he hit the hole hard. Nice cut back there to be able to get into the end zone.
A 29-yard touchdown run for the senior running back. Watch it again. Little cut move, got to the edge, and a last-second juke and a nice block there from Upton to get into the end zone, and Timber Creek finally answers the bell, and they are back ahead by 7, can make it an 8-point lead with this Matthew Kelly extra point attempt.
Yeah, you know, they got the touchdown on the ground, but those 2 screen plays, I think we have a problem here with Timber Creek. The 2 screens were absolutely huge in that drive, and it set up them being able to get to the end zone.
Late substitution, Khalil Dancy sprinting onto the field. They have to hurry up here. So Kelly lines up for the extra point, trying to make it an 8-point lead. He had a low line drive kick his first time. This is a better snap. This one's on the way, and that bullet is through. It's 14-6 with 1:53 to play in the first half. At Wawa, they have you covered with delivery, curbside, and order ahead options in the Wawa app. Download the Wawa app today. 14-6, Timber Creek over Highland. Under 2 minutes to play in this first half. Take a quick break right here on Cape Atlantic Live.
6th Street Pizza and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. weekdays and 11 until 10 on weekends at 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, right at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. 6th Street Pizza and Grill not only serves varieties of delicious pizza, but hot and cold subs, salads, hot dogs, and their special Angus burgers. And they have free delivery and daily specials. Phone 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 609-525-0022. 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City.
What makes a Wawa club? Is it the crispy bacon on the turkey BLT? endless layers of flavor of the buffalo chicken salad? Or is it a secret handshake? Nah. At Wawa, there's a club for everyone. Find yours today.
1:53 to play in the first half. 14-6 Timber Creek over top of Highland. Nick Costco alongside George McNally right here on Cape Atlantic Live, of course in association with PrimeEvents.net and Crossover Productions. Bill Shallcross pushing all the buttons and getting us on the air this evening, doing a great job all weekend long. He actually got the night off last night. ESPN2 was in the house for IMG St. Joseph Prep out of Pennsylvania. Nationally televised game here at Ocean City High School for the 2023 Battle at the Beach. Highland on the return. This is Matt Tuttle getting across the 30-yard line. Head full of steam, trying to follow his blockers. Hit immediately once he hit the wall. My goodness, that was a huge hit just shy of the 35-yard line. Boy, we've seen some hard physical play tonight, George, and that was Marcus Upton laying the wood. Take a look at it again as Tuttle just hit a brick wall.
Yeah, Tuttle's not a real big kid, and we kind of lost sight of him as he went into the pack, and then we found him when he was going the other way from the pack. So nice job, and again, that's an example of the defender keeping his legs underneath him and driving through the contact, and you can see the result.
Not sure if Marcus Upton's a wrestler, but that's a nice little double leg takedown right there by the young man.
Yes, it was.
1st and 10 for Highland as Connor Leary and company trying to answer now. They nearly tied it on the last drive. That's Butler Mayhew with the carry, and he's not going to get much. He might have even lost a yard. It's going to depend upon the spot, but second down coming up.
Yeah, now they do have to run the ball a little bit to keep the defense honest, but most of their effective gains tonight have been through the air, so I would expect to see a pass attempt here on the next down or two.
And we've seen Connor Leary air it out a little bit tonight. He's got a good arm on him, and he's been able to find some of his targets, just maybe misfired a little bit and just maybe some miscommunications. The timing not exactly on point tonight, but the potential is there.
Well, you wonder, we just saw the screen be a big part of the Timber Creek drive. You wonder maybe we'll see a screen here by Highland.
The Timber Creek student section right below our broadcast booth is really getting into it. They are feeling the momentum right now. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Leary will get a play fake going here, rolling to his right, trying to look downfield, fires, and it is intercepted. Intercepted, but with a flag down. This is Kahn coming back the other way and run out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line.
You would imagine that penalty's got to be holding.
So hold the phone, flags down.
Nope, it looks like Highland's saying it's against Timber Creek.
We'll see. Officials conferencing. They have not changed personnel down there yet, so this could be on Timber Creek. Boy, that'd be a huge call against the Chargers.
Now the referees are conferencing again.
Well, there's been a lot of referee huddles this evening.
And one really interesting result from the referee huddle.
Well, judging by the body language and the personnel not changing, we are going to get a defensive holding against the Chargers.
Wow, that was thrown very close to the line of scrimmage. I didn't to see. Oh, well, that's the end result of the interception.
It was a good read by Kasim Khan. He got that interception, but
he did. He was the one we think was just down with cramps hurt a couple minutes ago. So
yeah, that last break in the action, we had an injured player was Kasim Khan of Timber Creek. He was cramping, and obviously he's fine now after making that play, but it is wiped out by the penalty. 1st and 10 now for Highland with 45 seconds to go. They're at their own 45-yard line. Leary's going to hand it off to Butler Mayhew. He's going to get absolutely nothing. Just maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and I'll tell you what, George, maybe they're content right now of sitting on the football, but I mean, they're near midfield. You think they would air it out a little bit more. Now the Highlands going to use their final timeout.
Yeah, I was wondering if they wouldn't let the clock run, get to the line quickly, and just throw one deep, see if something happens, and then you have the timeout left. If something good happens, you use the timeout so you can maybe get a scoring attempt. Now, without that timeout, 34 seconds, still lots of time because the clock is going to stop as they go out of bounds. But you wouldn't think there's going to be much on the ground here.
Well, at this point, with 35 seconds to go, Highland does get the ball to start the second half, so you don't want to give away a possession right here and give Timber Creek an opportunity, which, again, they got really lucky on that wiped out interception because you saw Timber Creek was on the door of the red zone before the penalty.
Well, that's the second of big plays that have gone against Timber Creek. The touchdown was called back in the interception. This could be a far different game.
Timber Creek could certainly have upwards of a 4-score lead at this point if it weren't for some of these mistakes. Or obviously, in the case of the wiped out touchdown, just a judgment call by the officials.
Yep.
On 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line, it's Leary in the shotgun. Pumps once, throwing downfield, wants Tuttle, and it's batted away. A tremendous defensive play. And you saw Leary throw that one into double coverage, and now Tuttle is down. He is hurt. Let's see, he's sitting up slowly. Seems to be okay. He did go down hard. He tried to lay out for that catch, but it was just great coverage by the Chargers.
You know what? It really was. That's how you teach it. He stayed inside, turned his head for the ball, went up with the inside hand. A lot of good things there by that defensive back.
3rd and 10 now, 29 seconds.
Nah, you wouldn't be surprised if they do run the ball. Timber Creek has no timeouts left. They can't stop the clock. So 3rd and 10 from your own 45. This probably should be the last play of the half.
And Leary comes down in the shotgun to at least get that clock moving, maybe a short completion, or maybe they're just going to get a handoff here, and they will. It's Butler Mayhew up the middle, trying to bounce the edge, and he's brought down after about a gain of 1, maybe 2. Sean Deaver with the tackle. It'll be 4th down. We have a bunch of whistles now. And the clock's still running, but I'm not sure what the
helmet came off.
No, there it is, yeah. Butler Mayhew's helmet did come off after the big hit by Deaver. But with that, the clock is, well, it's currently stopped at 13 seconds.
They should wind the clock once the player leaves the field, because he does have to leave the field after the helmet came off.
Butler Mayhew is he's walking off gingerly too, so they are going to resume the clock. So he got bagged up on that last carry. It is 4th down, and we're down to 5. They're not even going to break the huddle here. That's going to take us to the halftime break, a very intriguing one in our Battle at the Beach finale here at Ocean City High School. So we'll go into the halftime break. It's 14-6, Timber Creek on top of Highland. Keep it locked here for second half action right here on Cable Ag Live.
Hey, who's 56 for you guys?
We gotta get these refs out.
Home Events receives continuous support from Shoppy's Trophies and Gifts. Order online at shoppy.com. Calvi Electric, with over 110 years of excellence in electrical contracting. Gillian's Wonderland Pier, amusements with a family in mind on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Shore True Value Hardware, they're ready to help on New Road in Summers Point. Johnson's Famous Popcorn, open all year on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Blue Water Graphics, if you need signs, you need Captain Charlie. And Ulmer's Appliances, a family-owned and operated business in Cape May County for 50 years.
I'm gonna go grab a soda real quick. Oh, spicy Italian. Ooh, smoothie. Have you guys been over here on this computer? Get some dinner? What don't you guys have? That's mine. You're making it right now. Oh my God. What is this magical place?
Wawa.
Freshly made hoagies, smoothies, and so much more. Welcome to Wawa.
You knew about this?
Second half beginning here on Cape Atlantic Live. Nick Costco alongside George McNally. 14-6 Timber Creek on top of Highland Region. Of course, tonight's broadcast is also brought to you by in association with PrimeEvents.net and Crossover Productions. Final game of the West Jersey Football Coaches Association Battle at the Beach here in 2023. Very intriguing game if you are just joining us. 2 touchdowns for Timber Creek. Last one scored by running back Chase Conway to make this an 8-point lead. Highland almost tied things up in that second quarter, George, with the missed extra point, or should be blocked extra point, I should say, was the difference there. And, of course, Conway extending the lead. But Highland has a chance right now in this third quarter to open things up with the football.
Yeah, and you know what? This is going to have to be a half of adjustments because they didn't have a whole lot of success offense. Their touchdown came on the fumbled punt snap. They got the ball on the 5-yard line. So we'll see what Highland's going to do here at halftime. They did have most of their effective offensive attack through the air. But they do have the bigger, stronger people up front there against for Timber Creek there. So it'll be interesting. We found out that Timber Creek star player Wynn is out because of something that happened in their playoff game last year. So he's missing. So that's definitely a piece that would have had an impact in the game, no question about that. So
yeah, the UMass commit defensive end, one of the best players in South Jersey. Unavailable tonight as Matthew Kelly gets a nice boot away, and Highland's going to let this one bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So they'll get the ball. Fresh set of downs at the 20.
Yeah, they had to take a peek and make sure that got into the end zone. It bounced around the 3 and didn't seem to go a whole lot, but it did end up getting in the end zone.
25, excuse me. I'm still living in the past with the old school touchback rules.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we mentioned the first half, George. You know, it's the opening weekend for the players, the officials, and apparently the broadcasters.
Yeah, I thought there for a minute that the teams forgot to come back after halftime. That was a long halftime right there. So let's see how the kids warm up. They were sitting down there for a while, and I don't know whether it's an advantage to be on offense or defense after that long a break, so we'll see.
Well, it turns out I was right the first time. The ball is at the 20-yard line, so it is 1st and 10. There's Connor Leary swinging out to the left side. That one's incomplete, nearly a backwards pass. That's the second time we've seen that tonight as he was trying to hit Jeffrey Neris. He's been looking for him a lot tonight, George. They just have not really been able to connect. Again, the lone touchdown pass thrown by Connor Leary tonight was to Elijah Thompson on that 4th and goal sequence in the first half.
Yeah, you're right. They tried to throw that wide receiver screen in the first half, too, and it almost was a backwards pass. That one was dangerously close, too. Neither were completed.
It'll be 2nd and 10, and we saw Timber Creek in the first half run a lot of I and power I formations, really trying to grind down the Tartans' defense. Had a little success through the air and nearly had a big play, as we mentioned before, on the callback touchdown by Quadir Baldwin on the reception in the back corner of the end zone. This is Leary throwing downfield, ball batted in the air. It's up for grabs, and it's incomplete. So that ball batted around all over the place and nearly brought in. That time it was Mekhi Brown off the deflection, almost reeling it in. We have an injured Tartan down the field near the 30-yard line.
Was that a helmet it deflected off? Because that bounced hard into the air.
It could have. Leary threw a dart. And I think we have cramping down there on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, this is what I was worried about, that long halftime where the kids are sitting down. You know, that 3 minutes they did their little 10-yard runs there. How loose are they? And right here we're seeing someone cramping up early.
Elijah Thompson is down. The helmet is half off, and he's just getting his leg stretched out. He went down. And again, it does look like cramping. They are stretching him out. I believe it could be in the calf area, maybe even both calves. And we were just talking about that, longer than normal halftime, it seemed like. We were pushing 20 minutes.
Yeah, that is the classic cramp thing, but you are right. Usually I don't see it in both legs like that. They got one trainer working one leg and the other one working the other.
So he seems to be okay. They're just going to try to work this out, and he will come off the field at least for a play. He does have the lone score tonight for Highland. Last season, just 7 catches for 58 yards. But the junior wideout making his presence known at least on the scoreboard tonight, giving Highland their lone touchdown. But again, we mentioned how the Tartans got down into the end zone, or at least had an opportunity. They recovered a fumble, and they already had goal to go. They have not been able to get too much further than the 50-yard line on most of these drives.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're letting them stay down on the ground this long for cramping. Sometimes getting them up and moving a little bit can be as good as this stretching.
I hope he's okay. He's able to move around.
Yeah, that's the thing. They definitely are working the calves. It definitely is cramping. Well, as far as I know, it appears to be cramping.
At least from our vantage point.
But I'm surprised they're not treating this on the sideline.
Well, for right now, we're going to step aside and take a break. 14-6 Timber Creek over Highland. We'll be back after this on Cape Atlantic Live.
If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality.
What makes a Wawa club? Is it the crispy bacon on the turkey BLT? The endless layers of flavor of the buffalo chicken salad? Or is it a secret handshake? Nah. At Wawa, there's a club for everyone. Find yours today.
My calf, because I never had anything before. But
11:51 to play as we just begin the third quarter. They're going to help a limping Elijah Thompson off the field. And, boy, I mean, George, his cramps must have been really bad because he is
he
slowly making his way across the field. And again,
can't even limp and favor one leg because he's got cramps in both. So
he's doing the penguin walk out there, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's got to get that on that toes a little bit. It's the only way he's going to get those calves loosened up at all.
Man, hopefully he is okay and able to come back into the game again. Before we went to break, we mentioned a couple of times in that first half, he was the only one to score for Highland, reeled in a nice touchdown reception on the pass from Connor Leary on 4th and goal. Now they're back in the huddle on 3rd and 10.
Well, you think that the hydration's got to be a big thing for both teams right now because, this could be the first of hopefully none, but many cramps that we could see.
Leary in the shotgun. Takes it. Play fake. It's a keeper trying to get to the edge. It's Connor Leary. Flags are down. Breaks one tackle. Spins and brought down right around the line of scrimmage on the far side of the field. We'll wait and see on the flags. It's Marcus Upton with a tackle.
Yeah, I think we got holding coming back there. It was a heck of a takedown if it's wrestling.
That's our second wrestling reference tonight. It's only August.
Yeah,
it's not even September yet.
No, that's right.
You're already getting me in the mood.
That's right.
Holding call on Highland. And Timber Creek is going to decline the penalty. So Leary ended up getting 2 yards by virtue of forward progress. But that's it. So the Tartans are going to punt it away again, down by 8. And again, they have not been able to really move this football outside of a couple drives. But again, those drives have also stalled. And Timber Creek has been inconsistent with their offensive movement as well.
Yeah, that's not the start Highland wanted. There's no question about that.
This punt is bobbled, and Timber Creek is going to get set up inside the 10-yard line. Oh, that's a back-breaking mistake there by the Highland Special Teams unit. Terrell Smith, the first one to get there for Timber Creek and lay the wood. And now the punter's down for Highland.
Yeah, he got tackled awkwardly. There's no question about it. But that's not the center's fault there. That got back there. He just took his eyes off it, and that sometimes happens when you got that rush coming at him, and they've been aggressive trying to get to him. And he just dropped the ball and then was in trouble from there. And it does appear they're pushing those toes again.
Yeah,
so.
He might be cramping too. So 14-6, we are going to step aside and take another break. Not even a minute gone in this third quarter, but Timber Creek is set up with goal to go and a chance to make this a 2-score game. Keep it here. We'll be back after this on Cape Atlantic Live.
You can satisfy your craving for authentic Italian food right in South Jersey. Iliano's Ristorante in Hamilton offers an extensive menu of homemade pastas, pizza, and their famous tomato bread. Iliano's has everything you'll need for a classic meal in a casual atmosphere. The Ristorante is open every day except Monday at 11 a.m. until 10 on Friday and Saturday, 9 Tuesday through Thursday, and until 8 on Sunday. They can handle everything from large groups of celebrities to a quiet dinner for two. Their party room can seat 100 people. And their happy hour stretches from noon till 6 every afternoon, Tuesday through Friday. With discounted beverages and an exclusive menu only offered in the bar and lounge. Iliano's Ristorante, 705 12th Street in Hamilton. Phone them at 609-561-3444. Prime Events receives continuous support from Shoppy's Trophies and Gifts. Order online at Shoppy.com. Calvi Electric, with over 110 years of excellence in electrical contracting. Gillian's Wonderland Pier, amusements with a family in mind on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Shore True Value Hardware, they're ready to help on New Road in Summers Point. Johnson's Famous Popcorn, open all year on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Blue Water Graphics, if you need signs, you need Captain Charlie. And Ulmer's Appliances, a family-owned and operated business in Cape May County for 50 years. It is known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you. They're also online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn, since 1940.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey. We're less than a tank of gas away.
You can see the complete conversation with legendary coaches Paul Rodeo and Paul Sacco from Iliano's Ristorante in Hamilton by going to primeevents.net. 6th Street Pizza and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. weekdays and 11 until 10 on weekends at 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, right at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. 6th Street Pizza and Grill not only serves varieties of delicious pizza, but hot and cold subs, salads, hot dogs, and their special Angus burgers. And they have free delivery and daily specials. Phone 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 609-525-0022. 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City.
Back here at Ocean City High School, 14-6, Timber Creek on top of Highland. We are still awaiting this injury timeout. And again, the cramping issue. It is early in the season, so this is something to be expected, but that longer halftime we were talking about before, George, that could be a factor, but we can't make too many assumptions up here in the press box. So while we still have this moment, while we're waiting on the field to clear and play to resume, the on-the-field product has been back and forth today. Timber Creek has had their moments on offense. The power I formations have been working. Highland, unfortunately for them, they were set up inside goal to go off a turnover. Otherwise, they've barely been able to move the ball past the 50-yard line.
Well, to start the game, you're right. We had Timber Creek pound that ball down the field, get the touchdown. Highland gets the ball, then they spread them out, go empty backfield, and they're moving the ball. They get across the 45, and then all of a sudden the offense has gotten a little inconsistent. The Timber Creek was able to use a couple big screens to get themselves in the end zone, and that's where we're sitting here at 14-6. But, you know, this is early in the season, although tonight's a gorgeous night out. But
it definitely did cool down, we can say that.
Yeah, it's a hot summer. The kids, you would hope they had some conversation about hydration and things like that to before this game, but we were just talking last year, and in this game that we did, there was a lot of cramping going on too. So it's late in the day. Who knows what they've done all day?
Yeah. Yeah, we could definitely say this is not a rarity because you mentioned actually, ironically, last year for you and I, it was the Sunday night game, it was the final game of the weekend, and we saw a lot of cramping issues, and now it's like Highland's going to send out a couple guys to get their punter up and see if he'll be okay on the sideline, stretching him out a little bit more. But on that last sequence, Timber Creek did get the turnover on downs inside the 10-yard line. It was a botched snap, and it was a nice heads-up play by Timber Creek's Terrell Smith. Came in, made the initial hit. So the Chargers will be set up inside the 10-yard line with a 1st and goal and a big chance to go up by 2 scores. Some other highlights from the weekend, George. We had some blowout results earlier today. Collingswood over Mapleshade and Cedar Creek over Mattawan. Holy Spirit, a nice win over Conwell Egan over out in Pennsylvania. That was our 3rd game this afternoon at Battle of the Beach. The Holy Spirit for those around the local South Jersey area and the Cape Atlantic area, of course, if you will. Holy Spirit getting on the board with their first win this season. Friday had some good action. Mainland over Washington Township. Hamilton dominated St. John Vianney. And, of course, I would say the highlight of Friday, George, was Toms River North beating Millville in a battle of returning state champion teams.
Yeah, no, that was, we had the IMG game in St. Joe Prep, but that was maybe 1A, the game everyone was talking about. Lots of talent on both teams, and big physical play, athletes. For that score to be, 14-7?
It was.
That's a heck of a defensive effort. Yeah, now they are bringing the stretcher onto the field. They did try to get the young man up, but he didn't roll on his stomach and didn't have any interest in doing that.
Yeah,
so.
If this is more than cramping, we certainly hope he is okay. Even if it is cramping, we do hope he's okay. He can get the fluids back in him and be able to move around like normal. It's obviously tough for him to get up right now as he is face down as we have this delay in this game right now. Ocean City a winner on Friday over Pleasantville. Again, we had an interesting schedule yesterday with West Deptford Heightstown, Paula Six, and St. Thomas Aquinas, and Rancocas Valley and Union. But you mentioned last night was the big one, at least for the highlight for this stadium, Carey Stadium here at Ocean City High School. And, of course, in the great town of Ocean City, New Jersey, ESPN2 was here last night doing IMG against St. Joseph's Prep. Of course, IMG down in Bradenton, Florida, the number 3 ranked high school football team in the country per ESPN. They were winners last night, 17-14, raced out to a 17-0 lead, but that game got quite close in the end. But that was obviously a nice little highlight here for Ocean City High School and the town itself.
Yeah, there's no question. I walked into a restaurant in Toms River, and all of a sudden I see the OC there up on the big screens there, and in the restaurant, and then they're focusing in on the homes around and things like that. We've been fortunate in Ocean City and the Cape Atlantic League to have some fantastic athletes compete. I don't know if we've ever had that many on the field at one time. And it was neat. They played well. The fans were in. I think there was almost 5,000 people here last night. So it's a great thing that the people did to put this series of games together, and hopefully it can continue. And every night or every day we get the big time matchups, because why wouldn't you want to come here right on the boardwalk this time of year, and you're not in the middle of the city heat, even though it's hot here. It still stays cool on the island, cool-ish, I guess. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to see that.
It is nightfall here in Ocean City. Of course, we're pleased you are with us tonight on Cape Atlantic Live. Of course, we are produced by PrimeEvents.net and Crossover Productions this whole weekend, working alongside one another to put on this great event, 3rd annual Battle at the Beach here in Ocean City. So, the big surprise coming into this weekend, of course, was that IMG St. Joseph's Prep game. That was announced not too long after the season was over. They booked that game rather fast. So you got to wonder what will be in store for the 2024 edition, as Now both teams rise to their feet for the injured Highland punter. Again, unfortunately, we don't have the proper identification for him due to the Highland roster not listing him, number 90, from our vantage point. Hopefully he is okay, whether it's cramping or even a more serious injury.
Yeah, I've never seen someone carted offline on their stomach. So you would have to, maybe it's where we'd be guessing. Yeah, maybe it's back cramping. I don't know, but
Yeah, I'm
again,
not sure
we'd be guessing one way or another. I'm not sure.
I could tell you what, did not have a medical degree from college, but he was facing down on that stretcher. So we are ready to resume play, 11:19 to go, as Hoffaker will hand off to Chase Conway. He is going to walk in for a Timber Creek touchdown.
Yeah, everyone was bunched in there, and there's no edge contained, and he just bunched it outside and walked into the end zone.
That's Conway's second of the evening. He had a beautiful one near the end of the first half. That time, he was going in untouched. Timber Creek up by 2 scores.
Well, we've only played about, 3.5, 3:40 in this half, and we've got a touchdown here.
We've played 48 seconds in this
oh,
second
it's
half.
right, 12. I forgot. I thought it was 15. Yep.
Matthew Kelly for the extra point. After the quick touchdown off the turnover on downs, it's on the way. Another low line drive kick, but he gets it up, and it's true. 21-6.
Yeah,
Timber Creek on top.
Their holders earning the money tonight. He's had to scramble a couple times to get that ball down.
Timber Creek 21.
Well, we got to mention, of course, our 4th score of the ball game. Wawa, how you wanna? Download the Wawa app today. Two-score lead for the Chargers. Highland, the offense really has not been clicking tonight. There's been moments, George, mostly earlier in the first half. Connor Leary has had his chances to throw the ball downfield, just either mistiming on his part or the miscommunication with his wide receivers. It seems like the Tartans offense is not totally on the same page tonight, and plus, it's tough to get that push up front. They've been pretty much relegated to the passing game tonight. Really not much of a run effort from the Tartans.
And now, through halftime and the crampings, this has been a long time since these kids have really done much to get that engine going, to get the intensity up again that they'll need to dig out of this hole. Will be a little bit of a challenge.
Tuttle and Furlow are the deep men for Highland on this impending kickoff. And they got to get something going. Good crowd on hand tonight for this final game at Battle of the Beach. Good showing out by the Timber Creek faithful. The Highland Regional, of course, across the way on the away sideline. Nick Costco alongside George McNally here on Cape Atlantic Live for our final game of the weekend here in week 0 of high school football. Kicking off across the state of New Jersey as Kelly will boot it deep. And this is going to be Tuttle returning it from the 15-yard line. He'll head a full head of steam to the left side, and he's tripped up just across the 30-yard line. That's Upton with the tackle. Good one, again, on special teams. So let's see what Connor Leary and company can do on offense this time around.
Yeah, good field position now. I would be surprised to see a whole lot of attack on the ground. They have to try and stretch this team out. Maybe try to get things up the field because they did have a couple opportunities deep, but they have to be able to protect the quarterback too.
The Tartans begin their possession at their own 35-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 35. Leary. He's under center this time.
High formation.
There is that I formation. The handoff goes left side, and there's not much there. I believe that was Butler Mayhew on the carry. He's 2nd down and long.
Yeah, and I guess you do need to run a little bit. You don't want the defensive line just pinning their ears back and trying to get to the quarterback every snap, but they've had very little success on the ground tonight.
Beg your pardon, I believe that was actually Mike Furlow getting his first carry of the night. He only had one last year. Actually went for 40 yards and a touchdown back in 2022.
Maybe they're looking for that magic again then.
They could be. Maybe trying to change things up on offense. Highland not wasting their Not running that hurry-up offense. They don't have much tempo like they did in the first half.
No,
they're taking their time now.
Yeah, the body language for Highland doesn't look great right now.
This will be an empty set now. We're going to have whistles.
And we got a timeout.
This is going to be a timeout for Highland. That is their first of the half. 10:08 to play in this third quarter. It's 21-6 Timber Creek. We'll step aside real quick and take a break on Cape Atlantic Live.
I'm gonna go grab a soda real quick. Oh, spicy Italian. Ooh, smoothie. Have you guys been over here on this computer? Get some dinner? What don't you guys have? That's mine. You're making it right now. Oh my God. What is this magical place?
Wawa.
Freshly made hoagies, smoothies, and so much more. Welcome to Wawa.
You knew about this?
It is known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store. Johnson's Popcorn, 1368 Boardwalk in Ocean City. Phone 1-800-842-2676 and have your popcorn shipped to you.
On second down, the floater out to Tuttle is incomplete. Leary just overshot him a little bit, and it'll be third and 10 after the incomplete pass back here at Ocean City High School. 21-6, Timber Creek on top.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough time getting that shotgun snap from the center, and then just rushed his delivery and wasn't able to complete that pass.
Yeah, there is no offensive rhythm right now for Highland. We'll see if Leary can gather the troops. And this is third and manageable. It's 3rd and 8 from the 37-yard line. But again, George, the Tartans have not been able to really move the football at all tonight.
Yeah, their tempo of getting plays in and getting to the line is incredibly changed from the first half.
Yeah, it's severely slowed down. Elijah Frazier is going to be the lone receiver to the bottom of your screen, split out wide. Leary's in the shotgun, bunched in the backfield. Couple misdirections. This is Tuttle on the carry to the left side, making a couple men miss. Lunges forward. He might have enough for a first down. It's going to depend upon the spot, but that was a nifty run by Tuttle.
This official here has it.
They're not even going to bother measuring it. They're going to rule that a first down, and boy, Highland needed that as they approach midfield.
Yeah, they tried that little shovel pass, and they faked it to the one and went to the other, and it crossed Timber Creek up. And Tuttle did a nice job of just getting to the sticks.
Well, we just got a flag thrown out of seemingly nowhere. I can't wait to see what this one is. Both teams are in the huddle right now.
56 is coming off the field. It might be unsportsmanlike.
Sayer Smallwood checking out.
Yeah.
He's been a big force up front at the defensive tackle position.
Yeah, 15-yarder.
Indications are it's on him. His helmet is off now on the sideline, and he seems a little irate. Not sure what happened there. Maybe he made a comment to the official or something. I really can't tell what happened from up here.
Yeah, he wasn't engaged with any Highland player. They were back in the huddle. And it was well after the play, too, so that's a mystery.
A mystery, but a mistake.
And now look at Highland, 2 big plays, and now they're in Timber Creek territory. So, and they're getting to the line a little quicker now. So maybe that's what they needed to get themselves going in the second half.
Well, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 40. Handoff. Nowhere to go. Timber Creek was ready for. That's Deaver on the tackle. First one there for Timber Creek. And he's trying to get his defense fired back up.
Yeah, he didn't have any penetration, but he wasn't real well blocked, and he just got to the ball and brought down the running back.
Got about a yard on the play. That was Furlow. Again, we haven't really seen much of Imahia Butler-Mayhew. Now, Imahia Butler-Mayhew was their leading rusher last season at over 800 yards and had 8 touchdowns, 11 in total. Here's Leary on 2nd and 9, going deep down the left sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, he was really well covered. Safety came over the top, and the defensive back did a real nice job of staying inside, keeping his hands off, and not grabbing the receiver at all.
And there's the intended receiver on the play. Double coverage right there for Timber Creek, so well played by the Chargers. And again, you get one nifty run there, George, first down, and a penalty, so now you're in enemy territory, and they're still finding themselves just, it seems like they're just batting their head against the wall.
Yeah, the first down is huge. Everyone will tell you got to get positive yards in first down, and gaining that half a yard in that run play really put him behind.
3rd and 9, Leary dropping back from the shotgun, looking, throws, and it is incomplete. Tuttle had a chance. That was a nicely placed ball by Leary, and Tuttle could not reel it in. Incomplete, 4th down.
Leary did a nice job of the way he threw it off his back foot. He stayed in there for that extra count to try and give Tuttle a shot at the ball because he was about to get hit. Got both his hands on it, but wasn't able to pull it in.
Tuttle had his hands on it, too.
Yeah.
Well, 4th down by 15. 8:50 to play in the 3rd, and you're not in the area where you're going to punt in. Of course, you're well outside of field goal range. You might as well go for it here.
Yeah, no, they need to because they haven't showed, well, there was just one play, so it's been a long time since the defense has really been on the field. So they're going to take some time to get back in this game too. So big play here.
4th and 9. Leary looking downfield, pressure, throws with a man in his face. Incomplete. Great coverage by Chase Conway. It's a turnover on downs. Makai Brown, the intended target, could not bring it in. The Chargers take over.
Couldn't tell. Let's look right here. Did Conway get that in his hands? He might have gotten a hand in there to knock it away, but a nice pass there. He gave his receiver an opportunity to come down with the ball, but it does look like the defensive back was able to deflect that at least a little to make it incomplete.
Yeah, like we've said all night pretty much, George, that Leary has, for the most part, given his receivers a chance to catch the football in good spots, whether they're in tight windows or even in space like we saw over those last 2 plays.
Yeah, those were 2 balls I know Highland would like to been able to complete. I mean, you like to complete them all, but they were in the hands of the receivers.
1st and 10 for Timber Creek, and Riley Hoffaker is going to go under center, back to that power I formation, and Chase Conway, who has 2 touchdowns tonight, is the deep back. He gets the carry, right side, lowering the shoulder, moves forward. He'll get a few. 2nd down coming up.
Little different look in that power eye with Smallwood not in the game. So not as much movement up front, but they were still able to get 4 yards, it looks like, 3 or 4.
4 yards.
4.
They're
going to give him 2nd and 6 now, and Timber Creek, despite running the football, they're going to move quickly. The late call, mere reason. Dallas is hit in the backfield for a loss. Tevin Atkins, once again, first one in there on the stop for Highland.
Yeah, there looked to be some confusion on the handoff. I'm not sure if they were sure where the running back was supposed to go, and that little delay allowed the defensive line to close.
Getting a big personnel change right here on this 3rd and 7. And again, Timber Creek, they were good in that first half about draining some clock and really draining the Highland defense. They're moving fast right now. They're trying to get this play call in, though. This is a total formation change. They are now in the shotgun with Hoffaker. Amir Reason Dallas is to his right. Trips to the right as well. Hoffaker takes it, dropping straight back, looking to the left side, once upped in on the left, and it is incomplete as he leapt for it, had a shot at it. Frazier in coverage. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, again, we've seen some defensive backs do a nice job tonight. That was, again, if the Timber Creek receiver is going to get it, he was going to have to go up, high point that ball, and bring it down through contact. Didn't happen. The defensive back had good position and defended the ball well.
Again, Timber Creek with this 15-point lead, not able to take advantage of another defensive stop. That's a quick 3 and out. And now Oquendo on to punt. Tuttle, the return man for Highland. Pressure coming. He somehow got that punt away, and it's a dart. Basically a bullet. Now Tuttle has to go chase it, trying to track it down. He picks it up, makes one man miss. Now headed towards the left sideline. Tuttle dragged down from behind the 15-yard line. Good coverage by the Timber Creek special teams unit. That was Gavin Bates with the tackle.
How was that punt not blocked?
I don't know. That looked to me, it was like a line drive punt, and it was just fluttering in the air. But, I mean, he did get some good power underneath it. No height, but that was a bullet, and Tuttle just could not track it down.
I didn't think there was a crack to be able to get. And how was there no contact on the putter, too? So that one went opposite of how I thought it was going to go.
Football can be a very weird game sometimes.
Yes.
No matter the level. Well, here we go with Connor Leary in the Highland offense again.
Smallwood is back in the game now, so he'll be a presence in the middle of that defense.
We'll try to plug the middle, eliminate any type of run game. Leary hands it off. Furlow to the edge, trying to get forward. Got maybe about 2-3 yards as he headed to the sideline. Second down.
He worked hard to get those 2-3 yards, too. It was a lot of movement and a lot of contact.
Not much doing for the Highland offense right now. Passing game is inconsistent to say the least, and the run game virtually non-existent outside of a few plays. Timber Creek's just been able to really get a lot of hats to the ball.
They have had receivers open.
2nd and 8, quick throw right side. That's Frazier trying to make one man miss. He does. Breaks a second tackle, breaks a third, breaks a fourth, and he's finally gang tackled, led by Upton near the 20-yard line. We'll see where they give him forward progress.
Well, he did a nice job to get anything out of that because there were 2 defenders there and only one was able to be blocked. And he worked hard to get the 6-ish yards, it looks like he got. So a productive play now. You got 3rd and 2, they're saying now.
3rd and a long 2. That's about as long as the 2 you can get.
Yeah.
Borderline 3rd and 3. So we'll call it 3rd and 3.
I wonder if you didn't see a screen here that they get a lot of penetration.
Another handoff on 3rd and short, and that went nowhere. Timber Creek was ready for it. And again, big chance for Highland, wiped out by the Timber Creek defense. Furlow had nowhere to go. 4th down, and they're not even going to think about it here, George. They are going to go for it deep in their own territory.
Well, I looked away. I thought for sure you were going to say they're punting. The punter's out, so maybe they
punter's out for it. I mean, they have another kicker. Aaron Brodzik, their place kicker.
And now he's coming out.
And it looks like that is who's going to come out to punt. So they did not bring out the punting unit at first, but now they are changing personnel. And I was going to say, that is quite the gutsy call in the 3rd quarter. You're only down by 2 scores, and you've been able to get some stops to the offense, so you're not out of this game.
Yeah, I told you. I was surprised when you said they're going for it. That would have been like you said, a gutsy call.
Especially considering the short yard situation, and now we're going to get a flag, and this has to be delay of game.
They are not quick getting on the field.
Delay game on Highland. It's not like one of those penalties you take intentionally to punt it away. I mean, you're deep in your own territory, and they just could not get the personnel right. So back them up another 5 yards.
Yeah, the long halftime has not been a friend for Highland. Their pace of play has not been what it was in the first half.
Timber Creek making some substitutions as well, so Brodzik will punt it away. Under 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. They still trail by 2 scores. Clean snap that time. Now he bobbled it, and now Brodzik is going to get hit down into the 10-yard line. Another costly special teams mistake on the punting unit for Highland, and Timber Creek can really put the nail in the coffin here, at least in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, now, again, it looked like he did possess the ball, but then as he rotated it to deliver the punt, just dropped it. So, again, ball on the 5-yard line for Timber Creek.
Riley Hoffaker to the line with his offense. Comes under center. Amir Reason Dallas is the deep back. Chase Conway also there. And now Hoffaker switches to the shotgun. Single receiver, both sides. Hoffaker will hand it off. Reason Dallas up the middle, lowers the shoulder, bouncing off one man. He's in. Touchdown, Timber Creek.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they went to the left side of the offense. They had them outnumbered on the right. I expected that little toss to the right that they scored on earlier. But again, a good job of running through contact, kept the legs alive and got in the end zone.
All rushing touchdowns for Timber Creek tonight. One by quarterback Riley Hoffaker, two for Chase Conway, and now Amir Reason Dallas gets his first touchdown of the season. Did not have one last year, so good on him to finally reach the end zone. Junior running back is on the board. Matthew Kelly for the extra point. And that finally is missed, as Matthew Kelly's hit a lot of low line drives this evening. That time he misses it, so it's 27-6. So we mentioned that missed extra point was big before, but now it's nulled from Highlands. 27-6, Timber Creek on top of Highland. 4:37 to play, third quarter. You're watching high school football right here on Cape Atlantic Live.
Traditional Italian cuisine has three main qualities: use of the highest and freshest quality ingredients, healthy portions, and, most importantly, the feeling of family. At Iliano's Ristorante, 705 12th Street in Hamilton, they take pride in providing all three qualities. All food is prepared to order. They want to make sure that everyone has their best Italian meal. Food is their love and their passion. With a simple taste of Iliano's classic food, such as their famous homemade tomato bread or ravioli, you will understand the detail and love that goes into every dish. If you're in the mood for great food with a great atmosphere, come out to Iliano's, a taste of Italy in your own backyard.
Late third quarter here on Cape Atlantic Live. Nick Costco alongside George McNally. Timber Creek a 27-6 lead over Highland. Starting to pull away in this one. Matthew Kelly to kick it deep. And that's going to be Furlow, taking it, cutting to the left, makes one man miss, has a seam. Furlow across the 40, 45, out of bounds towards midfield, but a flag is down, and we can only assume this is going to come back now on the holding penalty.
Yeah, it was late in the run, too. Did a nice job of finding an opening and getting into it, which we haven't seen a whole lot of attacking from Highland in the second half, but
might get a block in the back there. We just saw on the replay. Tough to identify who it was. It was one of the up linemen, but that's going to back him up. So wipe out the nice return by Mike Furlow, the senior. Again, he's been getting the bulk of the carries now in this second half. But if you're down by 21 now, George. The way I look at it for Highland, the run game has not been successful no matter who's back there. And Leary has been inconsistent throwing the football, whether he throws them on target and they drop it, or he just throws it a little bit wayward, or they can't get any good pass protection.
Yeah, as I've said the last couple drives, I wouldn't imagine a whole lot of running coming from Highland, but my imagination's been wrong the last couple series, so they got to get going a little bit. They need something positive to happen for them right now. The two punt issues have changed this game.
Furlow is the deep back. Look at the carry, and he is swallowed up by that entire Timber Creek defensive front. Boy, he had absolutely nowhere to go. Good luck running through that brick wall.
Yeah, Highland did not get off the ball at all. I don't know if there was an issue with the snap, and you can see some of the linemen talking to each other right now. But the Timber Creek defenders were in the backfield before I think even a couple of the linemen moved for Highland. So they need something good to happen.
Khalil Dancy and Makai Cunningham in on the tackle for loss of about 4. Second and 14 now for the Tartans. And things have really slowed down. Again, I know you're still in the third quarter, but you're down by 3 scores, and the pace of play, at least for Highland, has slowed down. At this point, I think they're just trying to grind down the Timber Creek defense and maybe give their defense. The defense hasn't been out there long either because they've been on short possessions with goal to go.
Yeah, 2 short drives.
Empty set for Connor Leary, rolling to his right, looking, throws right side. Now it's incomplete. It was dropped in and out of the hands of Makai Brown. Third down.
Oh, I saw that ball pop up. I wasn't sure if Timber Creek got it off the deflection. Yeah, I mean, that was open. You know, maybe he was a little late with the delivery, but probably should have been caught, but there wasn't a whole lot going to happen there anyway.
These are division foes, and this is a big opportunity for Timber Creek to get a division win in the opening game of the season. Again, both these teams made the Central Jersey Group 3 bracket last year. Timber Creek lost to Cedar Creek, while Highland actually was very close to the sectional final, losing by a point to Seneca in last year's sectional semis.
Aren't these two schools really close to each other?
That they are. This is one of those. That's that Black Horse Pike rivalry.
Yeah.
Leary dropping back on third down, throwing downfield, incomplete, nearly picked off.
Yeah, he threw that off his back foot. He's got quite an arm to get that ball out there, but he got hit as he's delivering that ball.
Darnell Smith had it in his hands. I think that young man might owe his coach some push-ups. At least that was the punishment when I played. But of course, I was a lineman, so I never touched the football.
I don't know if you're allowed to punish anymore. You have to. Things are a little different. Will they bring out the punt team now, or what do they do?
The offense is out there, it looks like. That's that personnel. You got to wonder what we could do here because, I mean, again, the passing game, we've said it all night, has had potential. Just has not clicked. Timeout for Highland. That's their second of the half. They only have one remaining. We still have 3:11 to go here in this third quarter, down by 3 scores. So we will step aside once again with Timber Creek up big right now in the third quarter, 27-6, right here on Cape Atlantic Live.
6th Street Pizza and Grill is open daily from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. weekdays and 11 until 10 on weekends at 6th Street in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, right at Gillian's Wonderland Pier. 6th Street Pizza and Grill not only serves varieties of delicious pizza, but hot and cold subs, salads, hot dogs, and their special Angus burgers. And they have free delivery and daily specials. Phone 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 609-525-0022. 6th Street Pizza and Grill, 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City. Go online at johnsonspopcorn.com. Johnson's Popcorn, since 1940. It is known all over the Delaware Valley. Johnson's Popcorn on the Ocean City Boardwalk, specializing in their delicious caramel corn. You can get Johnson's Popcorn in individual servings all the way up to 3.5-gallon tins. Look for them in your favorite food market or party store.
Punt team is on for Highland. That ball is going to bounce right around midfield. So Timber Creek is going to be set up once again with great field position.
They're not as good as they've had on 2 of their drives this half. Being at the Highland 5 twice.
Yeah, back-to-back drives with goal to go. That's been the difference in this second half for both Timber Creek touchdowns, but Highland, again, we were talking about it during the break, George. We don't understand that time out there from Highland. They ended up just punting anyway, unless they were hoping for some sort of fake. They had a different punter once again back there.
Yeah, there's still the original punter, which we don't know his name, unfortunately, because his number's not on the roster. Still on the stretcher, but now he's sitting up there. Got a whole host of people over there with him.
Yeah, you got to wonder what's going on over there. And, again, we do hope he's okay. And he's fully recovered after this one. I don't anticipate him coming back in tonight. 1st and 10 for Timber Creek as Hoffaker is going to hand it off to Conway, looking for some space up the middle. And he'll get down to about the 45-yard line. Good chunk of yardage. And Conway, who scored twice tonight, he had the best run of the evening before that first half ended. That's what put Timber Creek up 14-6.
Yeah, that's just the case where he just kept his legs driving. Now you got Smallwood back in the game. Back in that power I. And we have another timeout.
And I'm not sure. Looks like Highland called it. That's their last one. I thought Timber Creek was getting a look they didn't like. But Highland will call their third and final timeout with 2:28 remaining in this third quarter.
Yeah, I don't have an explanation for that one. Clearly they weren't ready for the play.
Weren't ready for something. I guess they forgot about the power I formation that Timber Creek's been running a good amount tonight. You know, Syer Smallwood, big number 56, he's still out there in the huddle, so he's going to try back out on the field so we can anticipate the power I formation once again. He's been a force on defense tonight. He's been plugging up a lot of running holes. Tarns have not really been able to run the football.
Well, the one thing we can't say, this is the first game, and coach is teaching.
Hoffaker, handoff. Then across the 40-yard line, that's Quadir Baldwin.
Yeah, again, they've done that several times, and it doesn't look like it's anything different from when they're running right. It appears that they're just letting the running back read up. It looks like Smallwood either hurt his ankle or he's cramping.
And now Smallwood's going to go down and hit the turf. And they're going to have to go check on the big man after Quadir Baldwin runs for a first down. 2:16 to play, third quarter. We'll step aside and take another break right here on Cape Atlantic Live.
Go grab a soda real quick. Oh, spicy Italian. Ooh, smoothie. Have you guys been over here on this computer? Get some dinner? What don't you guys have? That's mine. You're making it right now. Oh my God. What is this magical place?
Wawa. Freshly made hoagies, smoothies, and so much more. Welcome to Wawa.
You knew about this?
Well, Smallwood eventually got off under his own power. It's 1st and 10 for Hoffaker and company. The handoff here to Baldwin. He doesn't get much that time. Got back to the line of scrimmage, second down.
Yeah, that time he had some penetration there and was able to get the running back to the ground. Not necessarily form tackling there. It was a lot of reaching, but was able to get the job done.
More substitutions coming on for Timber Creek. Upton's back in the game. But you got to assume, I know it's only the third quarter, but with a 3-score lead, Timber Creek would be totally fine with just grinding this one out on the ground. But Hoffaker is going to go back in the shotgun. He's got two backs behind him with Conway and Baldwin. Baldwin, the motion man now. Look at this pass swung out to him. Baldwin makes one man miss. Getting to the sideline, makes another one miss as he runs out of bounds with contact near the 25-yard line, third down.
That had the look of maybe being an option pass because it was thrown backwards. I thought maybe the quarterback was going to shoot out to the left and maybe get that pass back. But nice job of creating something because it was pretty well covered defensively.
Well, Highland was ready for it. Highland's been pretty stout defensively all night aside from the two initial scoring drives for Timber Creek. They just were given a short field in this second half. On 3rd and 7, Hoffaker gives off to Conway. Conway found a seam, gets ahead, and he gets across the 25-yard line. A first down for Timber Creek. It's been tough to stop that man this evening.
Well, sometimes it's even tough to find him. He's not the biggest kid in the world, and he really hits the hole there. That time, you couldn't tell where he was in the middle of the line. All of a sudden, he picked up that first down.
He's only listed at 5'8", 170, but he runs really hard, but he probably runs a little bit shorter than he actually is. As you mentioned, you can barely see him sometimes behind that big offensive line. Plus the size difference between him and the quarterback, Riley Hoffaker, who stands at 6'2". But that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. And, of course, got to remind you that Wawa Hoagies are made with delicious ingredients on a freshly baked roll. Now you can add fresh mozzarella to any hoagie. Whatever hoagie you prefer, Wawa Hoagies are made just for you. Got to have a Wawa. 27-6, Timber Creek on top of Highland Regional after the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up here on Cape Atlantic Live.
You can see the complete conversation with legendary coaches Paul Rodeo and Paul Sacco from Iliano's Ristorante in Hamilton by going to primeevents.net.
Whoever you are, whatever you like, there's a place where memories become traditions. So this summer, come on down and enjoy all that's fun at the shore. Plan today and book your vacation in America's greatest family resort. Ocean City, New Jersey, we're less than a tank of gas away.
Frozen cappuccino for Curtis. Mango smoothie for Curtis. Hey, Curtis. Strawberry banana smoothie.
That's me. Oh, this is so exciting. Smoothies, frozen cappuccinos, and more. Made fresh just for you. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, babe, wait. I think I got one more coming.
I think it used to be like 28. Fourth quarter time here in Ocean City. Timber Creek High School on top of Highland Regional 27-6. And they have 1st and 10 from the 25. Conway gets the call. Trying to avoid this tackle, and he's cleaned up fast after a short gain.
Nope, no, I think he's hurt.
Chase Conway on the carry.
Now Conway, who's been a force running the football tonight, he is down.
This one does not appear to be cramping. I think his ankle got turned over on that tackle.
Yeah, he was caught by one man, and then Jaden Smith cleaned him up. And they are going to help Conway back to his feet. He seems to be all right. He's going to walk off the field under his own power a little gingerly, so avoids a scary situation right there. Conway, 2 touchdowns tonight for the Chargers. Senior back had 2 touchdowns in total last season. 1 rushing, 1 receiving.
He's done a real nice job of accelerating through the hole.
2nd and 8. Hoffaker, hands off. Baldwin, right side, trying to find a crease. Dragged down from behind, and a flag is down in the backfield. Indications are it's on Highland based on the finger pointing, but we'll wait and see.
Was it a horse collar? No.
I don't think it was a horse. I think he was just dragged down by the back of his jersey.
No, they're holding against Timber Creek.
And Timber Creek trying to influence the call here, and of course, and you can see down below, Evan Bates getting a quick coaching lesson on blocking with the shoulder and not holding.
Yeah, well, again, it's the first game, so you're teaching now so that way you can pay these lessons off later.
Gavin Bates, excuse me. Tried to seal the edge there. 2nd and 18. Amir Reason Dallas is the lone back. Hoffaker will give it to him up the middle. He's got some space. Reason Dallas breaking 1, and he gets tripped up. And he falls down near the 15-yard line. Good gain on the play, close to that 1st down marker.
Yeah, well blocked. A nice hole there. Heck, he was, I think, 8 yards downfield before he even got touched.
They're going to bring it back a little bit. Looks like he was touched down based on the tackle there by Tuttle. So we're going to give him a 3rd and a long 3. Baldwin and Reason Dallas are in the backfield. Hoffaker from the shotgun. Hand off to Baldwin. Bounces off one man, gets forward, and he gets enough for a Timber Creek 1st down.
Yeah, the timing wasn't great there between the handoff between the quarterback and the running back, but was able to convert it, and now they're 1st and goal? No, 1st from the 13.
Looked like an awkward turn and exchange.
Yeah, I agree.
1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Hoffaker getting the calls from the sideline. Reason Dallas is behind him. And 2 receivers split out to the left. Brookins, the lone man, to the bottom of your screen. Hoffaker takes this one, handoff, Reason Dallas. Up the middle, breaks one, trying to shed another one. Moving forward, is he in? No signal, and now they're going to rule him just short of the goal line. Boy, that was another tough run by Amir Reason Dallas. He does have a touchdown tonight. He's trying to even his teammate Chase Conway in the scoring department. They're going to move fast now. Baldwin and Reason Dallas are in the backfield. Late subs coming on for Highland. Hoffaker, QB sneak, trying to lunge forward. Waiting on it, might be short. Touchdown! Timber Creek on the late signal. Riley Hoffaker, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the evening. It's a 33-6 lead for Timber Creek.
Yeah, that was all on the ground that time, and virtually every play they ran was 10, 12 yards. They had the one penalty that pulled things back a little bit, but now physically, Timber Creek's just pushing Highland around.
Matthew Kelly for the extra point. He is 3 of 4 tonight on these kicks. Getting a lot of work in tonight, George. He was only 3 of 3 on extra points last year. Snap, hold, kick on the way. That time it is good. 34-6.
Yeah, they had a good hold, good snap, good hold, and that was a much higher kick than he's had a couple times. So that makes it, 34-6.
9:16 to play. Timber Creek on top of Highland. 34-6. The big deficit for the Tartans, trying to find anything and anything remaining in this ball game. Quick break here on Cape Atlantic Live.
If you're planning to build a home, make your first step a visit to Halliday Leonard. Halliday Leonard will consult you on your design and assist the development of your custom home. They build single homes that will fit most any budget, plus condominiums, townhouses, and commercial buildings. Get your ideas together and take them to Halliday Leonard, 700 Haven Avenue in Ocean City, or phone 609-398-5737. Halliday Leonard will help make your dream home a reality.
What makes a Wawa Club? Is it the crispy bacon on the turkey BLT? The endless layers of flavor of the buffalo chicken salad? Or is it a secret handshake? Nah. At Wawa, there's a club for everyone. Find yours today.
Fourth quarter here at Ocean City High School. 34-6. Timber Creek on top of Highland Regional. Riley Hoffaker, his second rushing touchdown of the evening off the quarterback sneak as Kelly will boot it deep. So it's on the way. Tuttle running underneath it will take a bounce, scoop it, and runs across the 25-yard, looking for some space, cut down at the 30. And that's where Highland will begin this next drive. And now Tuttle is down.
What was that? 34-6.
Trying to get to his feet, and he's still down on the knee, so he might have an injury timeout. And believe he shook off whatever kind of hit he just took down there, George, but you hate to see these guys just drop like flies right now, but he will walk under his own power.
Yeah, it's the score spread is a little out of hand now, and it has been a hot evening. They've been struggling with cramping, but this is still the first game, so there are still things they can work on to help them for as the season goes on. You don't win or lose a championship the first game of the year, so I'm sure they're talking in that huddle over there that they want to continue to get better every play, try and pick this up, because the first half was very competitive. The third quarter, not as much.
Good shot of the Ferris wheel on this gorgeous night in Ocean City towards the end of the summer season. Labor Day weekend next weekend, so you know we're definitely back into football season. Of course, the earlier starts in New Jersey based on the schedule, the way the playoffs end up for the state title games. 1st and 10, the handoff from Leary goes to Furlow. He's cut down shy of the 30-yard line. So he got back to the original line of scrimmage, second down.
Yeah, he was half a step being able to have a good gain there, but real nice tackle, shoestring tackle, it appears, by Timber Creek, able to get him to the ground.
Pleased you folks have been with us all weekend long on Cape Atlantic Live. Of course, we are working in association with PrimeEvents.net and Crossover Productions over the course of these 3 days. 2023 edition of Battle at the Beach. This is our final game of the weekend, the nightcap, if you will, Timber Creek and Highland Regional. The rivals on the Black Horse Pike on 2nd and 10. Leary gives it off. Furlow again. That time he had a bit of a seam, gets across the 35-yard line, brought down. It'll be 3rd down. Saw Dancy, first one to make the tackle.
Yeah, one of their better running plays of the night. So again, they continue to work, continue to build for what's happening the rest of the season.
Highland would definitely like to end the night on a positive note. Highland has to go to Paul VI on September 1st in their next contest, while Timber Creek will return home to play Camden Catholic on that same day. That'll be Friday of this coming week, so 5 days from now. Short week for both. Leary, quick throw, right side. Frazier making the catch, getting across up across the first down marker up to the 45-yard line. It'll be fresh set of downs for the Tartans.
Pass is complete.
And you got to think, George, I mean, this is the type of offense we thought we would see from Highland, which was basically the first drive, a little bit more efficient. And I'm not saying Timber Creek's taking their foot off the gas pedal, but at least Highland's seeing a little bit more holes in this Chargers defense.
Well, that was timing was very good. The pass was there. He was able to have the receiver's shoulders facing the end zone, so he was able to get some momentum forward. And now they have a first down. They haven't had too many of them tonight. So no question, a nice drive so far.
Leary under center this time. Gives off Furlow, right side, couple jump cuts, gets forward for about 2, tackled by a couple of Charger defenders once again. Really not much to do on that run.
No, he started dancing. As soon as he started dancing, the Timber Creek defenders were able to get to him. This is the one play earlier they had some success with. He accelerated through the hole and was able to get positive yardage.
Roseby Labitness was the man to make the tackle, so a couple of reserves coming into the game on the defensive line for Timber Creek as we hit the 6.5-minute mark in this ball game. Leary gives it off to the fullback that time, trying to get forward for a first down. It's close to it. Good run there by the Tartans.
Looks like they gave him a good spot. It is a first down. So, yeah, I think that's the first time they used the fullback all night too. So, again, some good positive things happening here for Highland.
That was Tevin Atkins. We've seen him in action a lot tonight at the linebacker position. But he gets his first carry of the evening. And he got the first down at the 45-yard line. So Leary breaks the huddle.
Single bat set this time.
Yeah, you got a wing back to Frazier, the receiver, to the bottom of your screen, and that's going to be Atkins again. This time he gets thrown for a loss. 3 defenders on him there. No chance for a gain on that play. George Livingston and Zaire Green in on the tackle there. And there's Dancy again, the initial hit to slow him down in the backfield.
Yeah, he started running to the sideline, and Timber Creek's got too much quickness. The couple effective plays, they've been aggressively getting up the field, and they're just not going to be able to play around with the ball with Timber Creek speed.
2nd and 12. Highland not in any sort of rush, down by 28. Let's see if they can end the game, as we mentioned before, on a high note and try to get another score. Again, it was 14-6 at halftime, but that long third quarter, Timber Creek outscored them 20-0 as that swing pass is incomplete. Frazier, the intended target, 3rd and 12.
Yeah, I just think he took his eyes off the ball there. The defender was coming into his line of sight, and he wasn't able to complete the pass.
Overall, it's been a successful weekend at this facility. 12 games over the station, getting teams around the state and, of course, over state lines. The highlight was last night, of course, IMG against St. Joseph's Prep. Frazier making the catch here behind the line of scrimmage. He'll try to get forward, and he's run out of bounds by Darnell.
Text for next year now. So that way they can start lining up teams and making the matchups and things like that. So not the easiest thing in the world to organize something like this, let alone put the matchups together and then get the marquee matchup that they had last night too.
Absolutely, especially on national television. Getting IMG to fly up the East Coast, on the north part of the East Coast, as Leary throws downfield, incomplete, just threw that one into traffic. Really could not find an opening, and it's a turnover on downs. Timber Creek will take over with just a shade under 4 minutes to play in this ball game. You got to think now the Chargers are going to sit on this football and run this clock out.
Yeah, they haven't passed a whole lot tonight, but I don't expect to see anything in this drive too. That would have been a really impressive throw if he completed that last one there, because there were 6 Timber Creek defenders that were in the line of that pass.
Yeah, not much you can do with that one. So Connor Leary came into the season with some accolades. Of course, the family lineage of Devin and Donovan. We mentioned before, Devin, the quarterback over at the University of Kentucky, his final season of eligibility after a highly successful career, went healthy over at NC State. A couple Jersey legends playing the quarterback position. 1st and 10 now for Timber Creek. In the waning stages of this ball game, up by 28. They're on their way to a 1-0 start. As we mentioned before, they will host Camden Catholic on Friday in their home opener. They gave up the home game, George, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, to play this division game early in the season, and some early movement right there.
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, to give up a home game anywhere is a risky proposition for any coach, let alone a team that's so close to you. It would have been a really big crowd there, I would think, when they would have played. Then you come all the way down here to play the game. So it's worked out positive for them, no question about it, but it was a risk they took.
Yeah, set a rival much doing.
There's a nice tackle. The Highland kid had his pads lower and was able to drive through and move the running back.
It's going to be second and we'll call that a long 12. Tyler Ramirez has checked in as well for Timber Creek. He's the lone receiver to the bottom of your screen right now. And you also see Zaire Green. We've called his name a couple of times on offense and defense. He is in the backfield with Worley. Hoffaker taking his time, 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Timber Creek trying to run out the clock on this drive. And that's going to be Worley with the carry.
You don't want to lose your starting quarterback for some freak thing here in the last couple of minutes of a game that appears to be decided.
And Victor Oquendo is the other listed quarterback on the roster, and he had more action at the position than Hoffaker did last year. Again, Hoffaker was only a freshman in 2022. Oquendo is now a senior. Threw 6 touchdowns last year, had 7 picks, ran for another touchdown on the ground and over 1,200 yards in the air. Under 100 yards on the ground, though, so we've seen him punt a little bit tonight, but he has not gotten any reps at quarterback. 3rd and 12. Hoffaker waiting. And he'll take the snap. Worley gets the call, trying to get to the edge, the left side, flag down. Worley cuts up, gets up to the 45-yard line, well short of the sticks. We're at the wait on the flag, and it's got to be in the area of holding.
I would think so.
See big Nicholas Trainer on your screen as well, number 18, the tight end.
Holding penalty against Timber Creek.
Timber Creek gets called for the penalty. Remember, again, anything that happens behind the line of scrimmage, the new rule this year in effect, does not matter. It could happen 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The penalty is enforced from the line of scrimmage, not the spot of the foul this season. Kasim Khan coming back into the game as well. For Timber Creek, Trainer coming out. We just mentioned him before.
3rd down and 22.
3rd and 22. So they're going to replay the down and back him up. Worley is the man in the backfield with Hoffaker. Trips to the left. The clock continues to run, though. 90 seconds to go in the ball game, so you got to think one more play here should pretty much do it. Then maybe they'll try to waste some time on 4th down.
Maybe.
Hoffaker, handoff, Worley, couple cuts, he's got a seam. Worley up the gut, and there he goes. Eric Worley is going to put the exclamation point on this one. Touchdown, Timber Creek.
Yeah, Highland got upfield quickly there, but the handoff happened and he was gone. There is something happening here at half midfield for the officials, but I don't see any flags.
That's a 71-yard touchdown run, and I want to hold the phone, though, on that flag. There might be one down in midfield at the feet of the officials.
Oh, yep.
Oh, boy. What are we going to call here? Holding on Timber Creek. Boy, that's a brutal call.
I didn't see that, but I didn't even see the flag down.
I didn't see the flag. And George, look what they
tough.
Look what they threw the flag, too.
Yeah, I know.
They threw that at the second level.
I agree.
Eric Worley is only a sophomore, standing at 5'7", 150. He had a full head of steam and found a crease Boy, that felt great for the moment. A 71-yard touchdown run wiped out by a holding call. And that is, of course, across the line of scrimmage. So they're going to do that from the spot of the foul. And they're going to mark this ball back at the 40-yard line. So not a 71-yard touchdown, but that is a net gain of 11 yards.
Yeah, no, it is a positive thing for them, which is hard to believe. But it's a shame taking away the long touchdown run for the kid. But he really did accelerate through that hole.
I don't think he's back out there. I'm trying to find him on the sideline. I mean, he must be irate there. But he'll at least have that moment for the tape.
Yeah, there you go. It is on film.
It is on film, but the clock under a minute. So on a third down play, Hoffaker's going to back up, take a knee.
Hoffaker takes a knee.
I'm not sure if that's going to be able to run out the clock, though, based on the play clocks. They might have to just kill the play on fourth down, maybe take a snap and just run around.
A little bit, yeah. They've set the ball. Let's see if they've haven't heard a whistle. They're shaking hands.
Yeah, there could be a gentleman's agreement. You know, Hoffaker could say, you know what, I'm going to take a snap. I'm going to wait 5 seconds and then take a knee.
Oh, now they're lining up. Yep.
20 seconds. They're going to wait till the play clock gets down to the end here to take this final knee. Hoffaker's going to take it. That'll be a turnover on downs with 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's not over yet.
Yeah, they're going to have to switch personnel here, but Timber Creek excited for this 1-0 start, turn into a dominant second half. They made far less mistakes, I'll tell you what, George. I think they are going to call this one now, so they're not even going to send the Highland offense back out there. They're going to line up in the 50s, and that'll do it. Your final score here tonight, Timber Creek 34, Highland Regional 6. A dominant victory for the Chargers in the second half to wrap up Battle of the Beach here in 2023 at Ocean City High School.
Yeah, no, the second half wasn't the same pace as the first half, but there's no question Timber Creek's got some talented kids and some size, and they're missing their best player, and he's absolutely a factor when he's able to start playing again. So things to work with for Highland too. A good first half and some spurts here in the second half, but there's no question for neither of these teams is the season decided. This is game one. Now they got lots to clean up.
Yeah, Highland can certainly clean things up on the way again next week. For both of these teams, Timber Creek's going to host Camden Catholic on Friday, while Highland will head over to Paul VI on that same day for their second games of the season. So big thanks to our entire crew this entire weekend, especially Bill Shalcross for pushing all of the buttons all weekend long, 3 days, 11 games. Can't give you the 12th game this year because ESPN2 stole it from us last night at 7 o'clock, but we kid. Big thanks to my broadcast partner, George McNally. I am Nick Costco saying so long. Once again, your final score here tonight, 34-6, Timber Creek takes down Highland Regional. You've been watching high school football right here on Cape Atlantic Live.
Prime Events receives continuous support from Shoppy's Trophies and Gifts. Order online at Shoppy.com. Calvi Electric, with over 110 years of excellence in electrical contracting. Gillian's Wonderland Pier, amusements with a family in mind on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Sure True Value Hardware, they're ready to help on New Road in Summers Point. Johnson's Famous Popcorn, open all year on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Blue Water Graphics, if you need signs, you need Captain Charlie. And Ulmer's Appliances, a family-owned and operated business in Cape May County for 50 years.